found TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. In just a few minutes, we'll be right with you with another award-winning, action-packed edition of your Tony Basilio Show.
Listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Bino's in transit. It's unbelievable. Ladies and germs, he's going to be joining us at some point. I'm pretty pumped. You should be too. Pretty jacked up. Stacked, packed, and jacked. What I want to do today in hour one, and I need some caller participation in the form of clapping your hand. That was a bizarre college football weekend, wasn't it? I mean, I don't even know what to make of it. In fact, I don't know what to make of it. Did I say I don't know what to make of that? So, what I'd like to do today is I'd like to give us all a chance to look at what happened this weekend. And I want you to riddle me this, okay? Does Tennessee have a chance to win the Southeastern Conference? Brian Hartman, what's your answer to that? Vols have a chance to win the Southeastern Conference?
Why not? Why not us? Why not now? They are the nation's leading offense, I believe, scoring-wise, I just saw. So I think Missouri is the next SEC team at 7 from what I saw. So when you can score and if your defense gets all those guys back, look out. Get McCoy back, get Hobbs back, get Sanders going. Hey, if UCLA can be the top 10 Big Ten team, anything's possible.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole weekend. We've talked all year, like we're at the midway point now. So you tell me, I want you to pick two things out about college football that you believe to be true. Give me the two things. Brian, you and I have even talked about this. After the weekend, two things, Brian. It can be about a team, a player. It can be about anything. Two things you believe to be true, Brian. Go. After this weekend.
I believe that preseason polls are completely meaningless because Penn State, Texas, Clemson were all 1, 2, and 4 in the, not in that order, but we're in 1, 2, and 4 in the preseason, and they're all now unranked.
Preseason polls are stupid.
And there are quarterbacks that are in virtual anonymity playing somewhere in the FBS level, maybe even the FCS level, that you can plug into a team that has top 10 aspirations and they can thrive.
I want to ask Mark in Colombo one more time. I wish he'd call in because I want to ask him one more time about if he would like a do-over on Joey football and Texas. And I wonder if John Adams is going to acknowledge now that that guy stinks. Because I know he's a Manning, and I know we're not allowed to say that about a Manning. And so that's mine. My first one is Arch Manning blows. Arch Manning stinks. Now, I don't know why he stinks. I don't know where that comes from. And Nico has some juice. What do you believe about college football? That's after the weekend. I thought Nico was a complete flatliner.
He might be still. That was one game.
Till I saw him run around. That was incredible, Nico. That was incredible, man. Where was that? The whole time he was here. And don't give me this narrative about Josh Heupel said he couldn't run him. He wouldn't run him. We don't know that. This guy was a total flatliner when he was here. Where did that come from? So, Brian, you're right. Preseason polls have to be completely stupid, really.
They need to just not have any till October anyway.
Well, no. Preseason polls are all about conversation, and football's a conversation sport, Brian. Come on now. But they're not worth paying attention to. So, but I'm entitling today's show, Ken Vols Win SEC. Because I think they have like the 8th best odds right now to win the SEC. Can they win the SEC? Which would be really fun. I'm thinking of the 85 Sugar Vols. And I'm thinking about how much fun it would be for them. And then I want 2 things that you believe about college football after this weekend. Brian, we might have thrown dirt on Nico a little soon. Now, I don't think he's a good passer of the football.
Well,
Brian, did you know he could run like that? Tell the truth. Did you know he could look like that running? Now, he still does look like kind of a wild stag.
I knew he had the potential to run.
Not like that, Bri. And the defense that he ran over Saturday, that's a great defense.
They were a 26-point underdog. They got blown out by New Mexico at home, and they hadn't led for 1 second all season in 4 games.
Yeah.
So anything that you say about UCLA or that you did say before Saturday was warranted and valid. We'll see if that's one game. We'll see if they build on that. We'll see if they get more wins or if that was just one outlier.
I'd take him back.
I know one thing.
Brian, I would take him back tomorrow. If he looked like that, if I knew he had some juice, I would have paid him. If I knew that guy had juice like that, I would have paid the guy. That was unbelievable, Andy. My poor brother, Rich. 77 graduate of Penn State University. Endured that game on Saturday. Okay? Went to the Eagles' first Super Bowl when they made the appearance in New Orleans. Flew down. Had to endure that yesterday, second half. And raised me going to Phillies games, lifelong Phillies fan as well. You talk about a guy that had a bad sports weekend. Now, I had a bad sports weekend. He had a bad sports weekend. I'm talking about a bad sports weekend now. And my Phillies are on the ropes, by the way, in case you're interested. So what I want to do today is, Brian's 2 things about college football he believes at the midway point. Things we believe about 2025 college football at the midway point. Preseason polls are absolutely stupid, and there are quarterbacks in anonymity that will be tomorrow's stars. Tomorrow's stars. Hey, say what you want to say about Diego Pavia, and a guy talks all that stuff and talks all that noise. That Vanderbilt team is damn good. Okay? Now, Matt gets on me. Well, you really talk about Vanderbilt. Yeah, Matt. I'm a grown-up. I'm going to acknowledge it, and he's got a nice football team. My 2 are quarterback-related because I'm a simpleton. I mean, there was a million things you could say after the weekend. A million things. Arch Manning, apparently Cupper didn't get the, what do you call it? It didn't swim upstream for Cupper Manning. Ron Wright wannabe with an incredible line today over at tclub.team. I featured him in the blog along with the Throaty today. But Ron Wright wannabe was our choice voice. And he had a couple of classic things. He compared, and I think that's well done, he compared Arch Manning to, because I do find the Mannings to be like the Kennedys of college football. Like they're the first family, the holy family of college football, holy family of football. I hope that Arch kid saves his money. Because if he keeps playing like that, in about 2 weeks, he'll be on the Manning cast with his uncles. So we continue with more after this.
Are you searching for a great local coffee? I'm Billy with Grade A Grounds. You can buy our freshly roasted coffee online and support a good cause with every sip. Great coffee, greater causes. Visit our website today, gradeagrounds.com.
You got a dream about buying some land and building on that land? Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting. Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good. When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gouffon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gouffon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gouffon Moving and Storage are pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gouffon Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gouffon.com. That's Gouffon.com. Or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gouffon Moving and Storage. Life never stops moving, and between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, a tire designed for doers, a tire that's going to last, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Fall has officially arrived, so now is the perfect time to make sure your home's heating and HVAC system is ready for the season ahead. Don't ignore the warning signs that your heating or cooling system is struggling or nearing the end of its lifespan. And if you need fast, reliable HVAC repairs, seasonal preventative maintenance, or want to invest in a new, high-efficiency system, then call the trusted HVAC experts at Piper Inch Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Whatever HVAC problems you encounter, our certified technicians will make a full assessment and then provide the best long-term solution to keep your home comfortable again all year long. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. Be sure to ask about our 10-plus year warranties that are 2 times longer than industry standards, so you don't spend a cent on unexpected costs in the future. So call Piper Inch at 865-264-8090 or book online at piperinch.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B. I wouldn't laugh at this as I welcome you back. By the way, we're fan running till William Pattison comes up in your third hour. I'm excited. You should be. But on this great Monday, where we're live at Calhoun's on Friday, gonna cook some barbecue, eat some ribs. I'm gonna get some ribs. I'm not gonna get ribs because I got to play that night. And those of you that play know that if you get that stuff on your hands, it's like impossible, Lance McCluskey, to get them off your hands. But Lance, I hope you're learning down the field and fight Vols fight, because we're going to call for him Friday night. So, big boy, you better get your charts out. Time to brush back up, you and Davey Boy Bivens. And then we're playing a big tailgate in downtown Knoxville on Saturday as well. But we're pumped right now. We're fired up, focused, and prepared. Could Tennessee win the SEC? I mean, you got to ask yourself after watching the... Brian, let me ask you this. Could Missouri win the SEC? This season?
You know,
I mean, could they get
Missouri and Tennessee both have Bama back-to-back.
Could they
Missouri's got them.
Yeah.
Then,
yeah. Could they get to the championship game? Could Missouri get there?
Yeah, Missouri is definitely alive. They're undefeated. So they're one of only, I think them and Ole Miss are the only undefeated teams left.
I mean, what in the world?
And then they got Bama. Missouri has Bama Saturday. So
Brian just reminded me that, and then we'll go to the phones. And I'm going to ask you 2 things. I don't need you to filibuster on here. I don't need a Fisher-buster. I need you to tell me 2 things you believe about college football. We're going to make a little blog tomorrow. We're going to make a group blog out of what we think half the season in. And wrap it around, can the Vols get it home for the 85 SEC champions? And Orange Throat says today that it's very, 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 very disrespectful of Danny White to bring up this pillar in the plaza thing about including Doug Dickey, including Fulmer, and including General Nealon, but excluding Johnny Majors on a weekend where the 85 Sugar Vols team. mean, I didn't even think about it. I agree with the throat. I agree with that. You can go read about it over at tclub.team. Also, Ron Wright Wannabe's line about, and I love the Ron Wright Wannabe. I don't know if you read it today, Bri, but he's pretty laugh out loud funny. The Ron Wright Wannabe says Arch Manning is woeful. He reminds me of a third-generation Kennedy. Great hair, lots of height, little substance. He does have great hair, Brian. And during that game the other day, he had like 4 commercials that were on, Brian, while they were getting just screwed, tattooed,
Didn't he also
and barbecued.
throw 4 interceptions?
Warby Parker. The other thing Ron Wright Wannabe said, which I laugh out loud at because I'm an old school wrestling fan. Shout out to my boy Brian out in Brian, I still have your Continental Wrestling VHS tapes if you want to get them back from me. But shout out to Brian today. He says James Franklin was beaten by one of the Mulkey brothers from the old NWA days of wrestling yore, because that is exactly what that Neuheisel kid looks like. Brian, if you were a Penn State fan, then we go to the phones. How annoyed would you have been by that coverage of them putting Rick Neuheisel in the box, reacting to your playoff hopes going up in smoke, and him over there celebrating as like a 27-point underdog?
Well, I'd be more annoyed with my team.
Thank
and my
you.
Coach.
Thank you.
Wouldn't you?
I was gigging my brother during the game, and I said, what do you think of this? And he said, well, I got the sound down. He said, and we need to stop him. He said, if we stop him, they quit showing him. Nico was running around like he was O.J. Simpson out there back in the day. I mean, my gosh, man. So next level. I want Nico back. I'm a transactionalist here. Get Big Nick on the phone. Let's get him in this offense next year. Bri, did you have any idea that kid was capable of doing that? Tell the truth. Looking like that?
No, not like that. No.
I mean, Mark in Columbus called the guy a stiff last week. Said he was a what'd he say, Bri? What'd he call him? He called him a bust. How did he say it, Bri?
He's a bust.
He's a bust.
He's dad. He's Penn State dad.
He's a bust. All right, let's go to the phones. So, Lumbus, I want you in here today. You need to take that back, man. Matt's reminding me that Jerry Neuheisel installed their game plan after 2 days and admitted after the game he didn't know how to use the headset to call plays.
Speaking
he
of
didn't know how to use
hair.
the headset to call plays. Ken Miller.
Speaking of great hair, that guy's got great hair.
Oh, my gosh. That guy, I mean, imagine being James Franklin and being as arrogant and as cocky as James Franklin is and having a guy beat you that didn't know how to use the headsets. I mean, what kind of a sport is this? And these guys sit there and they sit in meetings for like 100 hours, right? I mean, it is. You talk about a joke of a made-up sport right now. I mean, it has never been better. But it is a joke of a made-up sport. I mean, what's the point? I'm going to put that, Matt, under the heading of what's the point in tomorrow's blog. Matt said Jerry Neuheisel installed their game plan in 2 days. And then admitted after the game that he didn't know how to use the headset to call plays. So Nico was out there just running around. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let's go to the phones. There are so many things we can introduce today. I was talking with National Lee the other night, and we were like, I know this looks like a boring weekend. We were before everybody jumped in our room the other night to record Winners and Losers presented by Dos Equis /VIP Play. We were breaking it down scientifically the other night, and Lee says to me, Tony, this college football thing is just, it's the best thing going. And the NFL doesn't hold a candle to it. And the NFL does not hold a candle to college football right now. It just doesn't. Because any given Saturday, anything can happen. I'm going to tell you right now, Arkansas could beat the Vols Saturday. Yes or no, Bri? Yes. And you watch Nico and UCLA, you watch that, anything in that sport is possible. Anything. Butchie Boy Jones won the other day, Bri. What a ridiculous weekend. Bocce Boy hanging by a thread. Bocce Ball Boy. Let's go to the phones. Jerry Neuheisel. Jerry Neuheisel looks 12. Looks 12 years old. And the defensive coordinator is the guy that Penn State paid all that money to, Bri, that came over from Ohio State. Mark's beloved Buckeyes. Mark in the Lumbo. Let's go to the phones. Get as many people in here as humanly possible. I want two things that you believe about college football, and could the Vols get to the SEC championship game? I'm going to amend my thing. Do you expect them to now? Because there are like 9 teams alive for this thing, and you can make a case for Tennessee just as much as anybody. To the phones we go. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Tony, Danny Boy here.
Danny Boy.
Of course the Vols can win the whole thing, because we heard all week long and how bad the Mississippi State win was. We heard, like, we can't get it done. And then you have teams like Texas and Penn State that go and lose to teams that they should have rolled over in bed and beat. They should have walked out. I mean, they shouldn't have even been in the game. So, of course, Tennessee can win the SEC when they win a game like Mississippi State that was deemed a bad win last week, when you see what happened transpire over the weekend.
I don't know if I'd annex the Florida-Texas game. The UCLA game's a great example. Look, Florida has an incredibly great defense. They're not good. They're incredible. And what they did to Texas on Saturday was really cruelty to a Manning. I mean, it was cruel. They smashed that guy. They hit him, pressured him, sacked him, knocked him around. He threw a couple balls up in desperation, and who can blame him? But I would not annex Florida in that discussion. I would annex UCLA, because that was Danny Boy. Did you see any of that? Did you know Nico Danny had that in him? Because I did not.
Well, I mean, we saw glimpses of it in the Ohio State game, because he was the best player on the field that night. I mean, running around like he did. I mean, but I mean, every dog has its day. They've been bad, but they were playing with nothing. They were house money. They just came in there and installed that offense, and just went out there and played football, and it was exactly what he can do. I mean, the guy. That's what's so head scratching about it. He's got tons of potential, but then he looks like trash the first 4 games. But of course he can do it.
All right.
And that's another thing about what Texas did. And like you're talking, there's about 3 teams that you can expect what you're going to get every Saturday with Georgia and Oregon and Ohio State, and then Oregon still left in the air. With Texas laying a stinker, we'll see if Dan Lanning can get it across the board. But like college football in this portal has just, in the NIL era, has just opened it up. Totally. And it's the same what you're talking about with the NFL and how they got a problem right now. Yep. When their stars aren't performing. Where college, when you got guys like Aguilar and Pavia who are able to have success because of NIL and the portal, it's just 2 different worlds. I couldn't agree with you more about the NFL product and the college product.
The NFL is a very staid and boring deal right now, but they've had some great games. I mean, they've had a couple of games that have gone to the wire. They had an interesting finish last night in the Sunday night game. But the games now, you're going to start getting into the backup quarterbacks being out there. People hate me saying this because you're supposed to genuflect and bow down and do what ESPN does with the NFL and pretend like it's the greatest thing in the world when it's an okay professional sports product is what it is. It's
100%.
way overblown, Danny. Way
100%.
way overexposed, way overblown. Professional football is.
When you got guys like Spencer Rattler, who's your starting quarterback for an NFL franchise.
Thank you. And Carson Wentz.
It's not a good product.
No, and when Carson Wentz, Jimmy Haslam, you suck on 9 continents, leads a comeback like that against your team, you've got to be kidding me. Carson freaking Wentz? You've got to be kidding me.
But to answer your question, the Vols can totally do it. They're right in the running. And, I mean, they're going to go and probably give Alabama, their best game, put it all together, and then we'll lay a stinker against Florida because that's what will happen. Y'all have a good day and go Vols.
Thank you. Go Vols to you. Yeah, I don't expect to win at Florida, but I haven't all year. Brian has. I'm with King Bino on that. I'll believe it when I see it at Florida. But that week, I'll practice party politics. I'll have us winning by 3 touchdowns by the time the game kicks off. And I will practice party politics with them.
You ask if they can win the SEC, probably not without winning that game.
2 things that you believe about college football now that Week 6 is in the rearview mirror. And that right there is one of the more insane weekends ever. And it began for me on a Friday night when Delaware squandered a game against What the Helton that I had a few dollars on. When Delaware, for entertainment purposes only, VIP play, when Delaware squanders a game, Brian, when you're Laura goes, okay, I give up. Why are we watching this? And then she said, don't tell me that. Let's go to the phones. Brian's excited because the NHL season gets underway tomorrow night. Come Thursday, Brian's going to be all flyered up. I'm wearing
Ben McDonald.
I'm wearing the Spectrum shirt, which is extremely cool. The Spectrum shirt. Let's go to the phones. 2 things you believe after the weekend. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, is it me?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, great. Hey, thanks for the call. It's actually my first time calling into the show, but I listen to you guys all the time. It's always a real interesting show.
It's an honor, my friend. What's your name? Where are you from, buddy?
John. I'm actually in Tennessee, East Tennessee.
All right. Well, good to talk to you, John, and thank you for jumping in with us. Give me a couple things after Week 6 you believe about this crazy sport we call college football.
Yeah, I will jump on that train with you when it comes to Nico and take it a step further. I did not see Nico ever having a performance like that. That was pretty shocking. And I'll make a bold prediction and say I would not be surprised to see Nico transfer to another school, either in the Big Ten or in the SEC, maybe a more competitive school when it comes to the next season. I could see them putting a better game plan for him, rushing the ball a lot more and using his legs.
I agree. Because the other day he did not look at home throwing the ball. Like if you look at his throwing stats, I think he threw Bry for 125 or 150 yards, something like that. But man, he was dynamic in the open field. I mean, dynamic. Did you ever, John, ever think we'd see that? Ever?
No, I didn't. He really gave me some Marcel Reed vibes.
Yes! Like classic college quarterback vibes. That's what he looked like. I mean, look, I said a couple weeks ago, and we were talking with C about this, and C knows somebody that on one of these SEC stats, if you heard him say this, that grades these quarterbacks. And he said that Nico he was talking about the top 9 guys in the portal, one of whom is the guy at Mississippi State. Another one is this Holstein guy at Pittsburgh who lost his gig. And then they got Did they get beat by somebody over the weekend? Pittsburgh?
No, they blew out Boston College.
They blew out Boston College. Okay.
Yeah, they beat them really bad.
So they made a coaching change. They made a quarterback change and then went out there and hammered somebody. How did Syracuse do over the weekend, Brian? I didn't see it.
Yeah, they got beat by SMU.
Was it close? Not close?
Probably 2 touchdowns. I don't think it was as close as the final score made it look like, but I didn't see any of the game. But I think it was like 31-17 maybe.
C said that Nico did not have a Power 4 grade before last weekend. I would have to think, like you say, John, somebody's going to watch him and go, man, we should spend some money on that guy. I think he made some college football money over the weekend. What's your what's a second observation you have after what was just a crazy weekend?
I wanted to switch gears.
All right.
And ask if you guys saw that extremely high-level game yesterday between Tampa and Seattle.
That was an incredible. If NFL football looked like that, I'd be all in. And how about those uniforms, which I talked about in the blog over at tclub.team. Those old Seattle uniforms and those classic Tampa creamsicle road whites are just – that was a beautiful football game. How about the Haslams giving up on Baker Mayfield after he played hurt for them that one season? They just threw him away, man.
Malpractice. I'll take it a step further. I've been a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan my whole life, actually. Lived in Tampa for a while. I really believe Baker Mayfield at this point is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. It's like not even up for debate anymore with how good he's been.
Brian, what do you make of Baker Mayfield's level of play? I'm not going to argue here with him. What do you make of Baker Mayfield's level of play, Brian?
I think that guy's got a clutch gene about him.
And you know what's crazy?
I think you saw it when he came to Neyland Stadium that one time.
That's exactly right.
Unfortunately.
And he's the one guy that's been able to win in Cleveland under the Haslams. He's the one guy that led him to the postseason. And they threw him out like the bathwater, like the old bathwater. I mean, hey, he rescued your franchise. They rescued your franchise doing that. And what about trading all those first-round picks to Houston for that Watson guy after he was accused of doing what he allegedly did? I mean, what do you make of that, my friend? That's nuts. Yeah, but you're right. The Tampa game yesterday, and Tampa really deserved to beat my Eagles a week before. That was a weird football game where the Eagles had a couple defensive scores. Hey, my guys on Winners and Losers told me that the Eagles were going to lose yesterday. I didn't believe them. I let them make it a power play in our show, John, and guess what happened to my Eagles? Goodbye. Well, thank you, my man. Great talking to you.
Yep, thank you.
Brian, does Nico now transfer somewhere good after the season? Is he more desirable after that?
Well, let's see how he follows that up. Because right now, he looks like a one-hit wonder. If he follows that up with more better performances, then, yeah, I think so.
Back to the phones we go. I mean, I'll eat my crow. I was talking about how he wasn't going to make it through the game.
I think he was going to have to go down a level, like to the group of 5 if he kept on what he was doing. But now I think he's probably got the attention of some power forwards. But he's got to back that up with something. He can't just have one outlier.
Didn't he flirt with Tulane for a hot minute, or am I imagining that? I think he did.
Maybe.
Let's go back to our phones on your TLD Logistics phone lines. And who's Tulane's starting quarterback, Bry? Because Mentz is at Duke now.
It's the BYU guy. Right?
That's who we could have. We could have BYU's quarterback right now because we just gone and traded quarterbacks with him. The BYU thing happened in the late summer, though. We wouldn't have known about that. Didn't that happen like in July?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
Back to the phones we go. It's a crazy, crazy sport, man. Here's what we know so far. Nico has some juice, and John says he's going to transfer somewhere now in the Power 4. That's what John believes. I'm going to put that in there. I'm really excited for Nico having that game. You know, I said on here I felt sorry for him. I did feel sorry for him. He's a horrible team around him. I mean, he was running the other day like he stole something. Like On Patrol Live, like the way people run from the Popo on Patrol Live. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air. I need two things, not a book. Two things to our next call. Welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, my two things, Tony. One, if you're in Columbus, Ohio, please don't be offended by this, folks. The best team in college football is the Miami Hurricanes.
Ooh, let's go, man.
They may not win it all. Ohio State may not win it all because when you get in that tournament, it's about matchups and whatnot. But right now, a team that's beat a good South Florida team like a drum, beat a very talented Florida game handily, just walked the dog on Florida State. I don't care what the final score was. It was 28-3. And they also beat a very good and very talented Notre Dame team. That team, nobody stacks up to them resume-wise right now, and they're flat out ferocious. You can't cover number 10, and they can run it down your throat. That's the best team in college football. Sorry, Columbus, Ohio, folks.
And did you see how our transfer safety played the other night with his 2 interceptions?
Played fantastic. He was the biggest loss off of our roster, without a doubt. He was going to start, no doubt, in the secondary instead of Farouk, and we just didn't think there was really something out there for him. Yeah, we didn't believe him.
His agent said he wants to stay. That's the backstory on that. His agent told UT staff he wants to stay, and they said, okay, fine. We don't. Basically, they didn't believe him. Miami overpaid for him. They overpaid for him, and I think he's going to be a key to them. If they make a run to a championship or even go deep into the playoffs, he's going to be a big reason why.
They're overpaying for everybody down there right now. I mean, but at the line of scrimmage, they're dominant on both lines of scrimmage. It's hard as heck to run on them, and they can pound you in the throat. And then once they do that, they're going to find number 10 in space, and that dude is electric. And Beck's good enough whenever he has a run game to play action off of. And then my second take is, I was right. Joey Aguilar is a much better fit for Tennessee's offense because he's a better pocket, read a defense, and throw the football accurately quarterback. And Nico is the perfect fit to replace Haynes King at Georgia Tech because of his skill set. If you've watched him enough, whether it was Ohio State the second half against Bama last year, if you design the game around him being a run-first quarterback like Haynes King, and that being the focus of him, and he just throws occasionally for like 126 yards when it's very easy throws for him, curls and stuff simple, he can be very effective. And that's what UCLA effectively did the other day. They played the Georgia Tech style of offense. We're going to run it, and then we're going to occasionally throw. He might have to scramble once in a while, which we saw him take off and scramble for like 30 yards in the second half of that Bama game against Bama's athletes. He can do that. You just can't ask him to drop back. So my second take is I was right. Nico can be successful in the right type of offense like Georgia Tech's, and Joey Aguilar's a better fit. Guys like Nico aren't going to play well for the way Tennessee wants to play offense or the way Oklahoma wants to play offense or the way Riley out at USC wants to play offense. But there's offenses he can fit in.
Isn't it weird that our head coach couldn't see that?
He's not going to. Our head coach is not going to be a guy who wants his quarterback running 25 times a ball game ever. I mean, he did it. He basically did it in Columbus because Sampson was out and he had to. But just to make the game, not. I mean, it was already out of hand. But it's not going to be something he traditionally does. It's not. He doesn't want to do it, and I don't think you're long term successful doing that because Haynes King's going to be hurt at some point. Pavia is going to be hurt at some point. Mateer's already hurt. When you play that way, you end up having to play your backup a ton, and that's why Heupel don't want to do it.
Rusty,
but it can win you individual games.
Oh no! Here's my only thing about the Haynes King thing, and I love the thought. The thought of Nico's father and that Elliott guy coexisting is just something I'd have to see to believe. But I thank Rusty for the call. 2 excellent takes from him. The best team in college football is Miami, he says, through week 6. And if you look at the resume, it's hard to argue with that. A win over Der Kommissar Golish. Win over Notre Dame. Win over Florida, where they just put them in the blender. And then Florida State the other night, they made them look silly. Brief timeout. We come back, get some more calls in. We're jamming on a Monday with you.
Whether it's baseball, football, softball, church groups, or schools, if you're raising money, do it with locally roasted Grade A Grounds coffee. I'm Billy Miller, a Vol alum and Knoxville native. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% back to our East Tennessee community. Get started today by visiting our website at gradeagrounds.com.
Score a TD every time with T3 Vodka. T3 is Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka is taking the Volunteer State by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where quality isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. Filtered 10 times and 80 proof, T3 Vodka delivers a smoothness that's unmatched. This dedication to excellence has already earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades. T3 is a 5-time gold medal winning vodka and the 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner. Whether you're sipping it neat or on the rocks or mixing up your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka is your choice for a premium, award-winning experience. Score a T3 TD and ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, drink T3 Vodka and score a touchdown every time. T3, Tennessee's premium vodka. Distributed by Athens Distributing Company. Please drink responsibly. Basilio here. No one does it like Alumni Hall. I'm here to tell you, living Vol fan, only one place. That's the best place to shop for Tennessee gear, and that's Alumni Hall. The best and largest selection of Tennessee apparel for the whole family. Top brands like Nike and Champion, Columbia, Peter Millar. Load up on hats, accessories, Yeti, all your tailgating necessities. Download the Alumni Hall app, click account, and it'll tell you how much Hall cash you've earned. You earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Alumni Hall, with physical locations in Murfreesboro, Bristol, and 3 locations in Knoxville, now open in Johnson City. Pop into Alumni Hall and get ready and tell them Tony B sent you. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio Show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm gonna hop online and I'm gonna get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Basilio here for Budget Transmissions. TGMD, the great Matt Dixon, took his Ford Escape to budget, and like our gold bullet back in the day, it was a total mess. And now, Matt's back in the game. He's got a new transmission, axle, wheel bearing, both radiator hoses, engine mounts, coolant hoses. I mean, his Ford Escape was about to escape to the junkyard, but he didn't begrudge it. He took it to budget, and now he's on his way back to Omaha. Budget Transmissions, over 30 years in business, conveniently located in Bearden. All extended service contracts are honored. A gold certified Repair Pal member. 865-584-4391. 865-584-4391. Budget Transmissions. Don't begrudge it. Take it to budget.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama ZZ approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and ZZ.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols!
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B. Brian Hartman was right, man. And by the way, Brian, what do we do next hour? This show's really cooking. Do we take Heupel's press conference, or we just bring in Bino in the second hour and just keep taking these calls about what we've seen so far, Brian? Where are you? I need you to make an executive decision.
I lean toward bringing Bino in and doing what we're doing.
I'd say let's do that. Laura, do you agree? Yeah, she thinks Heupel's boring. She says, yeah, let's do that. Gah! I mean, Heupel's not boring. He is kind of boring. We're just gonna keep taking calls.
He's no Jeremy Pruitt up there though, talking about war daddies and forward and field goes.
And field goes. Field goes is great. Oh man, Jerry Neuheisel. What a sport, man. What a sport. And my observation is that apparently the Manning, it didn't get far enough up there with Cupper. Arch's DNA. Or something. I mean, how do you explain it? The other two Mannings are unbelievable. Cupper and Cupper's kid. I mean, Ron Wright Wannabe's got a great point. That kid has great hair. He's an unbelievable spokesperson. He just can't play. Back to the phones we go. National scoring offenses rankings. This is from SEC Mike. SEC Mike, where are you, brah? Where you been, brah? SEC scoring offenses rankings after week 6. The Vols, número uno, no número dos. Missouri, number 7. Brian, that can't be right. Who's at number 9? The 3 SEC scoring offenses.
Vanderbilt had a 70-point game.
What?
And a 50-something point game. Yes.
What? Vanderbilt.
So that has to factor in.
That is not possible. I'm sorry. On dry ice, that is not possible. We Ship Floors, welcome to the show. I'm so fired up, folks, and prepared today. Vanderbilt's number 9. Continue. Ole Miss is 14. Ole Miss is playing with Chris Chambliss and Ron Guidry, is I think their punter from Louisiana. They're number 14. Arkansas is 22. I'm telling you this about Arkansas. If the Vols do what some of these teams are doing right now in college football and just think you're going to walk over somebody. Now, as Thrody wrote today, the spread is the team total, or the total in that game is 69. I think the Vols could get to 69 alone based on what I saw in the Notre Dame game, but who knows? I thought Penn State was going to knock out Nico, and so did you. And Nico Nitro is what I'm calling that guy right now. He fired me up, focused me, and prepared me.
He's covered 2 weeks in a row, Tom.
I mean, what are we doing? Let's go back to our phones. TLD Logistics phone lines are burning off the hook. Tennessee's opponent in a week and a half, Alabama, is number 29 in scoring offense. We are numero uno, not numero dos. Hello and welcome in. And we only look to get that much further up the rung this week with Arkansas in town. They are dreadful on defense. But I don't know if we've seen a good defense yet, though. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
What up, TB? It's Great Italia.
Italio, what's up, man?
Word. Man, the first time I saw the picture of Jerry Neuheisel, I thought it was AI. I mean, he looks like my kid's sister's 4th grade picture at Powell Elementary School in 1981.
What a great line.
He doesn't look like an actual human being.
My brother said to me, imagine a guy looking like that shredding your football team.
Yeah, he looked like the daughter of the coach, kind of wearing the coat was too big for him, like she borrowed her dad's coat, like just sort of sullen on the sidelines, almost like Remember the Titans, that little blonde girl that's throughout the movie.
Yes.
Tony, if you look at the Mannings, I mean, Peyton was elite. Eli was not elite, but he was elite in the postseason. They could go out and go 8-8, and then he would just go on a whatever you call it, a burner, on the way to the playoffs. They'd lose their last game of the season 44-0, and then they'd win the Super Bowl. Cooper, he was working for some oil company in Louisiana or something. I think he was like a stock trader down there or something.
Sure, he's living off his name. Yeah.
It's not real surprising that Arch is not hitting the level of those other two. But my two things are, Rusty stole one of them, which was Miami. I also agree that Miami's the best team in the country for all the reasons that he said. I think one thing that I know is that Alabama's very gettable. Watching that Alabama-Vanderbilt game, Vanderbilt smashed them for 3.5 quarters.
Oh, my gosh,
And
man.
if they don't fumble twice in the red zone, that score's probably flip-flopped.
Alabama is gettable is a great observation. I agree with that. I don't think we're winning there, but I'm going to tell you something. I've never in my life thought that Vanderbilt could look like that. They were toe-to-toe with them, Gray, and hitting. I mean hitting on defense now. Hitting.
Yeah, the play calling's really good. It lets Diego sort of run around and take what's given to him and take what he sees.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he ran his mouth, and then he was the one that cost him the game with his turnovers.
Yep.
Another thing is that it's really interesting how certain wins that happen at the time look like they're, dominant, impressive wins, but then as the season goes on, they don't look as impressive. And I'll give you two examples.
Yep.
One is Ohio State beating Texas 14-0. That looks like a very anemic win now.
Yep.
The other one is Oregon sort of eking one out over Penn State. I mean, I don't know if Penn State just is so flat now that they lost that game to Oregon, or if they just were overconfident, or what's a signature win that Penn State's had in the last decade?
Well, that's what they're all saying up there. I mean, that's the point. And the AD, who's no longer there, the female AD that gave James Franklin the keys to the kingdom, his buyout's like $75 million. And so he's unfireable. So they're stuck with a guy that's literal upper-level mediocrity. That's the spitting definition of James Franklin. And this year they've got one of the highest payrolls in the sport. They spent all that money in the offseason. And, well, Texas did too. I mean, Texas went and bought a defensive lineman off Syracuse's team after spring ball, way overpaid for him because they didn't like the two they got because they thought they were loading up for a national championship. And I'm not sure either one of those teams makes the playoffs as we sit here today, halfway through the season.
Well, Tony, I'll close with this. 30 years ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Larry Vincent, the guitar player.
The great Larry Vincent. You will bow thy head when you say thy name. One of the great jazz players around here. I saw Larry and the great David Bivens playing together down on Market Square, and I was watching both those guys play and like a quartet deal, and I thought to myself, I could live to be 180, practice for 9 hours a day, and not be able to do what those two dudes are doing.
Larry started over at UT. He was really young. He was like 16 or 17 years old. He had graduated.
I know him in Hess Hall. Yeah, I know him in Hess Hall when he was a young kid. Larry's like from Venezuela or somewhere.
His mom is Venezuelan. His dad's from New Mexico. I actually went and stayed with him in Caracas for Christmas of 1991, believe it or not.
Wow, that's cool, dude. I knew him in Hess Hall in 1988.
Yeah. So he and I were watching the Vanderbilt-Florida game together. We were pretty tight back then. And Tennessee-Florida, 1995, right? So Tennessee's up 30-14.
Yep.
We are dog-walking them.
Yep.
And then Florida scores 48 straight points.
Yes.
And my wife now that I've been with for almost 30 years.
God bless her.
She was working at Gemstone Video off of Kingston Pike, and I remember calling her every time Florida scored another touchdown. I mean, I must have called her 12 times in an hour. It was unbelievable.
She could have gotten out while she was young, as Springsteen once said. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean, Greg?
Yes, sir. So the next Monday, I'm at my house that I had in South Knoxville, and I was probably looking for 99, honestly. And I click on 10:40 a.m. by accident, and I hear this lunatic screaming about the Florida-Tennessee game. And I'm like, I gotta get more of this. I'm standing on my car with a roll of aluminum foil in my hand trying to pick up the signal. And that lunatic was you, my friend. And it's amazing how 30 years later, I've gone from having to bend antenna and position my ghetto blaster a certain direction just to pick up your signal. Now you got the app, you got everything going on, dude. And the other thing is, I was trying to figure out how many hours you've been on the air. And I know you did it for years before I even heard you. You started at 90 or so. You were doing a show from Hess, weren't you? Dude, it's like 20,000 hours. I don't know if that math is right or not, but it's roughly right.
Well, you know what? Sooner or later, I'm going to be pretty good at it if I keep going, right?
I will continue to be patient with you as you improve.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Bino Jeff's going to join us. 865-200-5402. Brian's going to watch Josh Heupel's press conference. We're not taking it. We're going back to our phones. We'll get our next call in. I got to keep it live and legal. Here we go.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340 WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
I remember a guy sent me a photo who lived in like Crossville, and he had and I'm not kidding. I wish I could. I can't make this up. But back then, he had an antenna that went like 1,000,000 miles high, and he was trying to pick the show up. And he had some crazy antenna because he was like, man, I got to get your program. I got to get your program. I got to get your program. And we've been just so blessed down through the years to have people that are just so steadfast and loyal. It's just been, I'm having more fun doing the show than I ever have. I was telling Dubsy Smith that the other day, which I think is kind of a miracle of God, because I've been kind of burned out on it in the past. But these days I wake up with an attitude and just pure gratitude. And, hey, man, here for another day. Let's do this thing. And the sport of college football, I'm not sure if it's ever been better. I mean, it is crazy how great this sport is. Bino, Jeff, and then we'll go to the phones. I'm asking everybody to give me two things that they believe about the weekend. Here are some of the things we've had so far. Preseason polls, Bino, Jeff, are stupid. There are college quarterbacks in anonymity today that will be stars next year in the sport, including Pavia, like Pavia and Chambliss. Arch Manning kind of stinks. Nico has some juice. Jerry Neuheisel installed their game plan. This is under What's the Point? In 2 days and admitted after the game that he didn't know how to use a headset after the game. And he looks like a 14-year-old girl. He looks like Chris Gray's kid sister when she went to Bearden Middle School. The best college football team is Miami, according to Rusty and Gray. Alabama is gettable. Joey football is perfect for Tennessee, and Nico probably never belonged here. Bino, do you have two you'd like to add to the pile, and we'll go back to the phones?
Yeah, I do, Tony. One is, much like last year, there's just not a great team there. There's no Saban Alabama squad or premier Kirby Smart Georgia squad. There are several really good football teams, but there's not a great team. And the second one that you stole from me a little bit earlier in the show, and you're exactly right, the mantra for the NFL has always been on any given Sunday.
Yep.
Well, now more than ever before, college football has gotten closer and closer to on any given Saturday. You just don't know.
Bino, is that why, Bino, the sport is exploding on television? Do you think that's the reason we're seeing the sport just rise to heights week in and week out with the numbers we just haven't seen? Is that what's going on, do you think?
I do, Tony. I think there are more teams that are in the hunt now than there have been in the past. And there are fewer teams that you just turn on absolutely knowing what the outcome of the game is going to be.
What was the most shocking thing? Because you watch it at a sports book, so you really mainlined what we witnessed. What was, Bino, in your mind, the most shocking thing that you saw? God, this phone drives me nuts, man. What was the most shocking thing, Bino, that you witnessed?
Well, it was obviously UCLA beating Penn State. I mean, James Franklin has always been one that comes into a huge game and you pretty well know what the outcome's going to be. But he's never been one that people snuck up on. If he was supposed to beat you, he beat you. And that, along with Nico's performance in the game itself, were the most shocking things that I saw.
What were people around you doing when that UCLA thing was going on?
Truth be told, Tony, there wasn't a whole lot of attention paid to that game.
Yeah, because it was in that window. It was buried in a window, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now it grew and grew as even at halftime. Mm-hmm. I think most people thought, hey, that's a stunning half. Penn State's going to come back and beat them in the second half. And they made a little run early in the second half. And then when Nico just gained back control of the game, it set in for everyone. Hey, this is real.
Bino, I've come to the conclusion that we should have beaten Georgia after watching them Saturday. I don't think that was a slog around deal for them. I don't think Georgia's very good, Bino. I think we let them up. They are, by Georgia standards, not by our standards, not by anybody else's standards, but by Georgia standards, Georgia is a mid-football team. By Kirby Smart Georgia standards, Bino. And then we go to the phones. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I will agree with that, Tony. This is as vulnerable a team as he's had since early in his tenure.
Yep. Georgia's mid, man. By their standards. This might be
not by national standards, but by their standards, they are.
And we need to do a wellness check on Miller.
Looking back on it, I talked to Miller Saturday, Bry. He couldn't believe it. Miller's our friend Ken Miller, who's a big Penn State guy. He couldn't. They're stuck with this Franklin guy, Bino. It's a terrible place for a fan base to be, man. Terrible place, because he's never going to win there. Back to the phones we go. Two things you believe about college football after you watched the weekend that we just witnessed. And me and Bino, it couldn't come quick enough for us how great college football's been, because both our major league teams don't have long to live here in 2025. Hello and welcome into our next call.
Hey, Tony. What's going on?
There he is. What's up, Josh?
I hope what you said's true about both your major league teams. But
interesting. You're not cheering for my Phillies? You're not a Braves fan like you and cheering for the Phillies?
No, man. I'm just so sick of it. Which the Dodgers, too.
Yep.
I loved watching the Tigers and the Mariners last night. Absolutely great baseball game.
Totally agree.
Loved every second of it.
Totally agree. Great baseball game. Two markets that deserve to win. Let somebody else win. If it can't be my market,
and that damn Scooball, whatever Scooball, it's Steve Carlton, Tony. That guy's unbelievable.
Hey, Bino, you mess with Tariq Scooball. The only team that can get him is the Mariners, Beanstar. It's the only team that can get him. They've beaten him 3 times now this year, Bean.
Well, one guy, second baseman, hit 2 homers. Other than that,
I mean, hello. Scooball's unbelievable, Bino. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, he and Crochet just had amazing years. They were really fun to watch pitch.
You got a young one too, Tony. That Sanchez, he may have lost the other night, but he's going to be a stud. And Skeens, those 4 young pitchers, I don't know, man. Really good, unbelievably good. But hey, Tony, the guy Neuheisel, did he play Sunshine and Remember the Titans? The guy looks identical to the quarterback. That game, I had Texas and Florida on, but I'll be honest with you, I watched 90% of that game. It was great.
I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It was an incredible game. How about Penn State blocking that punt, right? Getting within 6 points, and Nico going right down the field on them and running it in.
Tony, what
in the world?
In the second half, with 3 minutes to go in the second half, at that point, he was 2 for 5 for 8 yards passing in the second half. I don't care what Penn State has to pay. You got to fire that bunt. I mean, that is unexcusable. That is unbelievable. I thought Penn State had a good defense. UCLA dominated them up front.
Dude,
they ran the ball all over.
They paid this Knowles guy a king's ransom to get him away from Ohio State. And Jerry Neuheisel, like Matt Dixon, came out after the game and said, I didn't even know how to use my headset. How do you think, Bino, that makes Penn State fans feel? I didn't know how to use my headset.
He said on that fourth down play, he couldn't even get the headset down. He didn't even get the play call in. On the fourth down.
What a mockery.
I don't know, man. That was a great game. And the other thing I take away from the weekend, Tony, was I know 99% of the people didn't see it, but the officiating in the Colorado TCU game, you cannot tell me certain games in college football aren't being fixed.
My boys in the winners and losers group chat feel you on that one.
It was absolute.
And they also think
obvious.
that the Hockey League game yesterday in the NFL, that thing was fixed. Hey, Bino, I've had people talk about that Colorado TCU game. Your thoughts on what did you watch it, Bino?
Tony, I saw very little, if any, of that game.
I turned it on because Miami was just laying the wood, and there really wasn't. That A&M when Mississippi State was a snoozer, sleep fest, boring game.
Boring.
And that was a really good football game. And I don't know if you heard Dion after that game, but I have a lot of respect for him now, Tony. He's going through a lot.
Oh, my
his
gosh,
health.
dude.
It is.
I feel horrible for him.
Yeah, it's sad.
No doubt.
But talk about Tennessee. Do you know if McCoy's coming back? Because that's going to be a big deal for us down the stretch. Yeah, especially against Alabama. Ty Simpson's turned into a damn good quarterback, Tony. So,
Bino, Ty Simpson
we
any
need him
good?
back.
Ty Simpson any good, Bino? Because some people thought he'd lose his job at midseason. And after the Florida State game, it looked like he was going to lose his job at midseason. What do you make of Ty Simpson, Beanstar?
Oh, he's playing at a really high level, Tony, and I'm happy for him. In this day and age where no one stays around, he stayed the course, kind of old school. If you stay, you'll play, and I'm glad he's getting rewarded for it.
He's their leader, Tony. He has done it the right way. You can't take anything from him.
That play he made when he was going out of bounds the other night. And listen, this is not your grandfather or father's Vanderbilt team. That Vanderbilt team.
No, that guy, he's a damn. What he's done down there is absolutely.
Miracle. It's a miracle. It's what it is.
It's crazy, Tony.
It is crazy.
I've never seen it in 40-some years. Even I remember Woodenhofer having some great defenses.
Yes.
But they're good. Vanderbilt's got a good football team. And that's crazy to say.
I'm going to tell you something. If they stay intact, that game in November here is going to be a damn classic football game is what that's going to be. A classic. For once in our lifetimes, we're going to be treated to a really great intersectional game in our building. Our interstate game, I should say. For once in our lifetimes.
And your question was, can we win the SEC, Tony? Yeah. I think I still stand by what I said earlier. Our chances went wide right in that game.
Oh, we had such a chance, such a goal. You look at Georgia
now it's a huge ask. Oklahoma's going to be tough. Florida's going to be tough. Alabama's going to be tough. Hell, Vanderbilt's going to be tough. And you never know if you don't get up and ready to play. Arkansas, we've got a horrible history with Arkansas. Who the hell knows?
We could go 10-2. We could go 10-2, 11-1, or 8-4, and nothing's going to surprise me. The way this season's unfolding here, I agree with you.
Well, I don't know, man. Did you? You had a caller last week talking about Aguilar.
Yep.
Did you look into that at all? Is that true?
About what?
About him getting next year. Because what he said about Pavia.
Yeah, I blogged on it.
Negative.
I blogged on it. I blogged on it on Thursday. If you want to go check it out, basically, that would be his 8th year in college football, and that ain't happening.
Okay.
That Aguilar guy. No, it's not the same.
Okay. All right, man. Well, y'all hang in there.
See you, bro.
Take care. See you guys.
Yeah, the distinction is 1 year in junior college compared to 3. And I want Aguilar back as much as the next person. But Bino, he mentioned Florida. Do you find Florida back alive, or do you find that to be a mirage? What happened, and a byproduct of the fact that Texas is just terrible? Where are you, Bino?
No, I think Florida is back alive. I was hopeful that we were going to kind of see a corpse down there by the time we got there, and there's still several weeks before we get there.
Yep.
And I don't want to read too much into 1 week, but if you ask me if my belief is that we're going to be have an opportunity to play in the SEC championship game, if what I saw Saturday is real, we've got less chance than I thought we did going in.
That 5-star freshman, Wilson Bino, that wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's a freshman out there.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable. Just shoving that safety out of the way at the 5-yard line, walking into the end zone. Is
that fear in your voice, Basilio?
So physical. Let's get our next call in on our TLD Logistics phone lines. We're not taking Heupel today. We're just celebrating what was a crazy weekend. Brian will keep us posted on Heupel. If he says anything about McCoy, which I don't think he will, but I think the plan is to get McCoy back this week. Let's see. And I think he'll be on a pitch count if they get him back first few weeks. So, meaning I don't know how many snaps he'll be out there. But let's get our next call in. Hello and welcome. You're on the air.
Tony B, first I got to give a shout-out to your wife, Miss Laura, man. She's the smartest person on your damn show. She already know that Josh Harper born as hell. He's been born as hell since he's been here. But can I give 2 shout-outs today?
2 shout-outs. Let's do it. 2 shout-outs.
Okay. First, I want to shout out to the Lenore City Loudon football program down there, Trent Dowdy and Jabron Manchin for taking the Southside Cherokees Challenge to play us this year. I've been trolling them all summer, Tony B, to try to get them to play us. They are 11U and we 10U, and guess what? They were scared to play us all year, so thank them. I'm going to thank them personally for accepting the challenge. Secondly, I want to say good job to the Southside Cherokees for taking the first place back from 10U, for taking first place back from the Halls Rebels, the Halls Blue Devils, whatever they call them down there. They was number 1 in the YAC this year, and we came in there in their house and mollywopped them. So shout out to all them, to all the little boys down there, the Bo, Little B, Destin, Megatron, all of them.
Megatron, there's a 10-year-old. Wait a second. Bino, there's a 10-year-old football player walking our streets by the name of Megatron, Beanstar. Thoughts on that?
I'm not at all surprised. And Florida, the Hawks would be the Red Devils, not the Blue Devils.
Okay, thank you, Bino. I appreciate it. But they played like
That's
Blue Devils yesterday. But thank you. But Tony B, let's back to the real deal. Hey, man. Dallas Wilson is the truth. He's been hurt all season, just like DJ Lagway has.
Gosh, he was unbelievable. Oh, my gosh. Every catch in traffic, every guy he could run over, and that was unbelievable players he was going against. Florida?
But did you see they finally started throwing the ball down the field when he got back? Couldn't nobody else get open?
There's no question. There is very little doubt that if he stays healthy and Lagway stays healthy, that becomes a very hard game for the Vols to win now. And you take history, which I consider history a part of this as well. But I will say this. We are in a year where crazy things do and will and are going to happen week to week. Arkansas could beat the Vols this weekend. Anything can happen now in that sport. Anything.
Oh, hell no. Hell no, B. Hey, B, I can't let you do that to the Vols. I can't let you do that to your boys.
Bino, is that true or false that Arkansas could beat the Vols this week in light of the way the season's going?
You didn't close my trunk.
After seeing UCLA beat Penn State, I'm not ruling anything out. I think it's highly unlikely, but I'm not saying it cannot happen.
And here's the thing. They have a guy that can run around at quarterback, can make plays, can extend drives, can do nutty things. And the Vols better be scoring. They better be keeping up with the Joneses this weekend.
They don't have too bad of a schedule, though, Tony B. They're going to be good, man. Arkansas, though, You're gonna find out that Bobby Petrino gonna be on another motorcycle with a 15-year-old. He's gonna be on another. They're gonna catch him on another motorcycle ride.
Well, it beats shouting out a 10-year-old named Megatron.
Hey, listen, Megatron is the truth. You just better get ready for him. And guess what? It just so happened to be my son. So guess what, Tony B? We're not playing with everybody this weekend. He's catching everything.
Bino! He's got a kid named Megatron! Bino! Might be the greatest thing I've ever heard.
The next T. Higgins coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hey, Florida,
Trust
you
me
need
and
to bring
believe
Megatron down to Calhoun's one day. Get him out of school. I'll take that kid under wings. You need to, who cares about education? Get him down there one day. I'll show him the school of hard knocks, brah. We'll show him radio. We'll turn him on to something.
That's what we're going to do, Tony B. I'm going to take him out one day, and we coming.
Florida, you're my man. Much love to you. God, he's back. Bino, he's fired up, focused, and prepared. Now he can fix his trunk. Florida's back for the crown. Listen to him.
I don't blame him. They played extremely well on Saturday. We'll see if it's real or if it's memory.
It can't be. Their schedule's too hard for it to be real, right?
It better be real with what they've got coming up.
Well, they might get humble this weekend at Texas A&M, and they're right back to where they were.
Woo!
Yeah, possible.
They're doing the Texas two-step. The Gators are. Back to the phones
I'd
we go.
say they'll have A&M's attention now.
TLD Logistics phone lines. Brian is monitoring Josh Heupel, but he hadn't told me anything Heupel said so far. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony, Brian, and Bino. Hope y'all are doing well.
Doing great. Thank you.
Hey, I think this week's fall break, so Megatron might not be in school this Friday.
How about that? Megatron might be able to be down there with us.
Yeah. So I got a couple, the two things. First off, though, I just love how Rusty's second thing was he kept repeating that he was right. So that
not Rusty. Sure that's not like him. That's off-brand for Rusty now.
Yeah, that's right. He was right, though, so we know that. We knew that to begin with. But my first thing, I guess, we do know that Big Nick and the Tribe 1000, they probably had one heck of an after party there down in L.A. after Saturday night. So whoever got to cater that event made some money.
Line. I bet the papaya was flowing that night. No doubt, man.
They had the anyway.
The limbo
and then my
line.
second one.
Yep.
The second one is that I'm certain of is that Negative Dave is still the worst caller ever.
Thank you. Those are your two observations? That guy came with some caller-on-caller crime. He ripped Rusty. He ripped Negative Dave. He ripped Nico and the Nation of 3000. Bino, you know me. I'm not a caller-on-caller crime guy, man. I'm going to keep it between the lines and do better.
Yeah. No, you're a uniter, Tony, as you said, as you told us.
Bino,
Rusty's right, and you're a uniter.
Do the Yankees have long to live? No. Do my Phillies have long to live, Bino? No. Is there ever
I don't know about your Phillies, Tony, but the Yankees are in trouble. Now, I mean, going back home could change. It beats what happened to them. Beats getting beat 2 straight at home. But they're in big trouble.
I cannot believe what the topper did to they call him, ironically, they call him a topper because he tops nothing. He sucks. The topper. So we continue with more to get some more calls in. What two things coming out of the college football weekend do you believe? All lines are currently jammed as they will stay throughout. And we continue with more after this.
Yes, Severe on the TLD Logistics Hotline. Online at tldlogistics.com.
Are you currently a residential electrician? Would you like more benefits, better pay, more upside? What about a $3,000 signing bonus? Free company-paid health insurance, annual profit share, company vehicle, gas card, much more. Call Advent Electric today. Advent, known for their large commercial jobs around town, and due to high demand, they're adding additional roles for their residential department. Maybe you know a friend, family member that's a residential electrician. Spread the word. Email hr@adventelectric.com. hr@adventelectric.com. 865-588-0631 and ask for the Tony B 3K signing bonus. Advent Electric is hiring. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold, refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a two-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Whether it's baseball, football, softball, church groups, or schools, if you're raising money, do it with locally roasted Grade A Grounds coffee. I'm Billy Miller, a Vol alum and Knoxville native. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% back to our East Tennessee community. Get started today by visiting our website at gradeagrounds.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morse here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight. So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club team start at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we are the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our trials last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care, I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the Triple Wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B. TB back with you. We will take you, ladies and gentlemen, up to the playbook with the great William Pattison on a Fan Run Radio. And then we'll stay and kick it around. We sat out Josh Heupel's press conference today. We do have 2 nuggets for you. One curious comment from Heupel on McCoy's status, which he hasn't cleared up because you know he's not going to do that. Brian, read the curious comment that Josh Heupel just had regarding McCoy and his status.
Well, I'm reading a tweet from Wes Rucker word for word. Tennessee coach Josh Heupel said any reports that star cornerback Jermon McCoy wants to return for any specific game this season fundamentally don't understand McCoy and how hard he's working to be cleared ASAP regardless of the opponent.
Bino, does that make any sense to you? Because I hear that they want to put him on a pitch count this week, and there's a possibility they're going to introduce him. That's an expectation around the program. Now, whether or not that happens, who knows? I haven't heard anybody say, hey, he wants to wait till the Oklahoma game, or he wants to wait till the Florida game, or he wants to wait. I mean, I don't get that. Go ahead, Bean.
Well, it implies, Tony, that someone has said that or implied that somewhere.
It's
and I
weird.
mean, now with all the podcasts and everything, we got a press corps the size of Nico's family out there. So somebody probably said that.
Oh, my gosh. I wonder what he's reacting to. And that was a great visual that fella had, because my son's girlfriend lived 2 doors down from Nico in their old house. And the concept of the Nation of 3,000 was real to them, because they would park like right in front of her. I mean, they would park everywhere. There was 1 million of them living in that house during football season.
Like when Mark was living next to Pac-Man.
Yeah, yes. Like when Mark Griffin was living next to Pac-Man Jones, and he would walk over there and go, hey, man, I'm back from business. Can I park in my parking lot? And Pac-Man Jones' father would cuss him out. How great were those stories, Bina?
That was fantastic.
Hey, man, get out of my face. Get out of my face, man. You're in my parking spot. You're kind of in my parking spot. Let's go back to the phones. Hello and welcome in. As you're on our TLD Logistics phone line on a Monday, 2 things that you've learned about college football you want to share with us. Go ahead.
Good day, Tony, gentlemen.
Good day.
I feel like, I don't know, I may be reaching here, but Texas Tech may be the best team in the country?
John Adams has been telling me that all year. Because they spent all that money. And that is an interesting take by you. Texas Tech brought up here. Bino, they're smoking people right now, aren't they?
They are.
They've gone on the road to two places that are kind of hard to play. Utah and Houston have just won by, I think, 35-11 and 34-10.
And, after watching them this weekend, it seemed like they're in video game mode.
They've got coming up, they play Kansas this week, homecoming. Then they go to Arizona State. Then they've got Oklahoma State, at K-State, BYU, UCF, and at West Virginia.
Okay, so they'll go undefeated. They should.
Yeah, if they don't lose at Arizona State, there's a good chance they go unbeaten.
Wow.
In regular season.
And then what do you do with them? What do you do with them? You got to put them high.
Now, are they in Big 12?
Yeah, they're in the Big 12.
Big 12.
That's right.
So, and who's the Big 12? I'm guessing they have a championship as well.
They do have a championship game, and here's what becomes interesting. You could see a bid stealer in that league because if they run the table, and you got to start thinking like this now, and then slip up in their conference championship game, that means it becomes a two-bid league because they have to take them with that resume they have. You agree with that,
right.
Bino? Yes, Bino?
Yeah, I would say that's right.
Yeah.
Anyone that just has one loss and only lost to Texas Tech would have to be in the picture.
Yeah, if that exists by the end of the year. Yeah, that's right.
And the other take, Jerry Neuheisel.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all seen the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights. He was like the Robin Hood character.
He looks
Go back and look at it.
Robin Hood, Men in Tights. He looks like the Robin Hood character?
Yeah, just look at it. That's what I took from it more than Sunshine and everybody else, the Hanson brothers.
Yeah, well, no, the Mulkey brothers. He looks like one of the Mulkey brothers from
I was thinking the Hanson
from the old
brothers.
from the old NWA. Bino, were you watching wrestling when the Mulkey brothers were real, or is that after your time?
No, I think that was after my time. I remember you talking about the Mulkey brothers, but I don't know that I ever saw the Mulkey brothers. Great jobbers.
One day they let them win over like a really good tag team just to do it, and wrestling fans still talk about it. But and that's why it was a great analogy that Ron Wright wannabe, and who else but Ron Wright wannabe is going to evoke the Mulkey brothers in the blog today. The leading man in Robin Hood Men in Tights beat Jim Knowles over the weekend. That's great, dude.
Well, I'm assuming his resume just went up for an offensive coordinator somewhere.
Well, I mean, why? He wasn't calling any play. He didn't know how to call the plays. He was just sitting over there running around. And Nico ran around.
Well, it goes back to the point you said. They didn't really have a game plan, like 2 days ago or something like that. So does that make? And it goes back to Nico being a top-rated quarterback and coming out of high school. I mean, do you just let him play backyard football?
Look,
he handled it well against Penn State.
I'm of the opinion that these guys meet too much, talk too much, and have too many meetings, Bino. They overthink
Information
this stuff.
overload.
Listen, I totally agree with that.
Whatever happens Saturday, it wouldn't surprise me if UCLA just turns off the headsets from here on.
Why wouldn't you? hey, and Josh is so right. Nico in the middle of that football game, having the game of his life, had like 4 yards passing in the second half, which you can't make up. I mean, you just can't.
It's like the
the
Little Giants, the annexation of Puerto Rico? They just drew it up. So hey, let's go with that.
There you go, my
thank
brother.
You guys.
Thank
Y'all
you.
are awesome.
Great talking to you. You're awesome.
Tony, explain this to me as a guy that didn't see much at all of the Penn State game, UCLA game.
Yeah.
When you're in a sports book, there's so much, and a lot of times it's overload. It's hard to tell any real specific thing about one game because you're watching about 10.
Right.
But how did Neuheisel get all this attention? Isn't the skipper guy, isn't that their real interim coach?
Skipper's their coach, but Neuheisel's their offensive coordinator. And he literally looks like a 14-year-old girl.
And he's the son of one of
father-
their ex-coaches. I think that's part of
and
it.
it's Rick Neuheisel's son, and Rick Neuheisel was in the studio, and they were on-setting him in a box while the game was going on.
I saw him celebrating. I saw a clip of that.
No. During the game, they would show a play, and they would cut to the father with up in the screen. It was if that would have happened to Tennessee and they would have had the father on the screen,
we would have been livid.
Oh, we would have freaked.
Livid.
We would have freaked.
Yeah.
Who is Rick? First of all, who is Rick Neuheisel? It's not like that Saban's son out there. Rick Neuheisel is a mid-college football coach that got caught up in a gambling scandal when there was such a thing. Before we started taking all this gambling money, he's a guy that got fired from one of his plum jobs for racketeering with an office pole.
Yeah, I mean, and now Neuheisel, his son, is getting all this credit.
Yes.
And he had it's like a Barney Fife mic up there, right?
Yes. And he admitted it after the game. I didn't even have to use my headset. And we drew the thing up, and basically I drew the offense up on a napkin, and this Jim Knowles guy makes like $7 million a year or something, whatever he makes. I mean, it's the greatest thing ever. It's why it's the greatest sport on the planet. Storylines like that, storylines like the guy in Knoxville, storylines like the safety that we let go to Miami, who had 2 interceptions in the game of the night the other night. I mean, it's what makes the sport just totally insane. Pavia bringing the whole crew, Nico running around like a madman. I mean, where do I stop? A true freshman on the field for Florida the other day. Arch Manning, who had as many interceptions, Bino, as he does sponsors during the game the other day. I mean, Beanstar, how about this one Brian gave me? Preseason rankings. Let me go back to the phones. Texas was 1. Penn State 2. Clemson 3. Through 6 weeks, Bino, they've combined for 7 losses. 7 losses. And all of them are out of the top 25 right now.
So it's just the new landscape, Tony. It's just going to be harder and harder to recognize or project who's going to be really good. It's harder than it's ever been. And this transfer portal thing that's made the game so much better, you'll drive yourself absolutely crazy trying to keep score because you're going to win some in that and you're going to lose some in that. Right. And that's it.
That's
Amen.
Exactly right. Thank you. And we'll get our next call in. W. Lynn, welcome in.
How my French compatriots doing today?
Hey, buddy, welcome in.
My 2 greatest things, Tony, about this past weekend in college football, from 1965 to 2023, I dreamed of a real college football playoff. And it is so fun to watch it and know I got to pull for this team, for my team, the Tennessee Vols, to move up a spot. I got to pull for this team. And to me, that is just so enjoyable to see us have a shot to move up into the playoff hunt, just like what we went through last year. That's number one. Number 2, Tony, is a quote from you, that when they build a statue of you and Mike Keith, maybe they'll allow Coach Majors to be in that group of statues in Fountain City Park.
I never said that.
No, I'm saying, no, this is your quote. Here's your quote.
Oh, give me my quote.
Watching UCLA game and the Texas-Florida game, your quote years ago was, most of these coaches are just glorified PE teachers.
Bino, there is got to be some truth to that. There just has to be. I mean, explain to me how this Neuheisel guy put that game plan together on the spot and went out there and schooled Jim Knowles, Bino. I want somebody to explain that to me. This guy is supposed to be all this savant that's all-knowing, and players play. And if your players don't play, you could be the most brilliant coach in the world. You're not going to win.
Amen.
And Penn State did not play on Saturday. They didn't even try on defense. In fact, they didn't respect that opponent, not one iota. And W. Lynn, if we don't respect Arkansas Saturday, the same thing will happen to us. The same thing.
I totally agree, Tony. And I know at the end of the first half, when UCLA got that last field goal, I said to myself, they got to get all the points they can get early. And sure enough, had they not kicked that field goal, all Penn State would have had to do at the end was kick a field goal, and they'd have stole that game from UCLA like they did Appalachian State several years ago. And I'm just so glad UCLA won that game. And, and we've moved up to number 12 in the coaches poll. And if there was a playoff today, we would get bumped by guess who? Tiger High, Memphis State. Now I'll head for the Gay Street Bridge if that happens.
Well, I don't think the playoff thing is. I don't think it's in any view at all right now, W. Lynn. I don't think you can draw any conclusions right now on.
Oh no, you can. I just have fun doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and my comment about the SEC championship is who cares? I call that the Atlanta Ponzi scheme game. That's just one more game you're going to beat your brains out, get some real injuries maybe. Forget that.
Bino, do you want to play in it? Bino, do you want to play in that game in honor of the 85 Sugar Vols?
Do I want to play in what game, Tony? I'm sorry.
The championship game, SEC championship game.
Well, yes, I would love to play in the SEC championship game in honor of anything.
W. Lynn says no.
Yeah, because you play the first week of December and you don't play again until January 1st, like Oregon last year. They look like a fish out of water, sitting around for a whole month, everybody talking about how great you are because you got a bye in the playoff.
W. Lynn, you could be the man. TLD Logistics Hotline remain open. We'll go to the TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime. We're back Friday at Calhoun's on the river. It's unbelievable, Andy. And we continue with more on the other side. We'll get some more calls in. Two things that you've learned about college football off the weekend. We've had some great calls so far. Keep them coming. And we'll no doubt do some Overdrive Overtime after this. Are you stuck in a dead-end job or ready for a new challenge? Do you feel like it's time to try a new career? Well, it's time to change lanes with TLD Logistics. My friends at TLD Logistics have some really exciting opportunities for you to learn a new skill with a new 5-acre driving academy that's now under new leadership with all new course material. And the best part, it's absolutely free. What a great deal to set you on the road to higher pay. And TLD Logistics even offers weekly stipends to offset food and gas expenses. In 6 weeks' time, you could complete this course and be in compliance with FMCSA regulations. Then you're ready for the open road of opportunity. What are you waiting for? It's time to change lanes with TLD Logistics. Visit TLDlogistics.com. That's TLDlogistics.com. TLD Logistics.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today. Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
VIP Play coming soon. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 plus and located in Tennessee to bet.
TB here for Cedar Bluff Plumbing, a live and local company that's been serving our area for over 32 years and counting because every customer counts, and I mean no job is too small. Cedar Bluff Plumbing just voted #1 by City View magazine because multiple plumbing experts are on call to serve all your plumbing needs. Chances are there'll be a plumber in your area when you call, and they won't send some salesman to your house. You're going to get a high character, trustworthy, highly trained plumber who will serve you, not like some of these guys that look like they came off the set of America's Most Wanted. Cedar Bluff Plumbing is Basilio tested and approved and will go the extra mile for you because Chucky Mack is a servant of the people and my consigliere to the throne, celebrating over 32 years of serving living volunteers. Cedar Bluff Plumbing. Call 588-4448. That's 588-4448. Cedar Bluff Plumbing.
This October, Pipe Wrench is serving up scary good savings with no tricks and just treats for your home comfort. This month only, you can get a free furnace upgrade with qualifying HVAC system installation, a free sediment filter with water heater installation, or protect your home's comfort with HVAC tune-up and plumbing system check bundle for just $129. Forget the tricks of surprise breakdowns, costly repairs, and high utility bills, as our limited time offers are designed to keep you cozy, comfortable, and confident all season long. Pipe Wrench is always your partner for energy-efficient and cost-effective upgrades that keep your family comfortable and safe year-round. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. You better hurry, because just like Halloween candy, these offers disappear after October 31st. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold, refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a two-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Basilio here, and my friends at Carnes Motor Company started with a dream over a quarter century ago. I met Rob and Brian back when I still had hair, and they were working at a huge dealership in West Knoxville. But they told me back then they wanted to sell cars on their terms, and I wanted to do radio on my terms. Their terms, just like my terms, are ultimately your terms. In both cases, you're the winner. A Car Guru's National Award winner with a 5-star rating on all sites, just like our Vols. Everything about buying a car from Carnes Motor Company is no hassle. They specialize in high-quality pre-owned vehicles between the $5,000 to $25,000 range. And if you need to sell a car, they'll either buy your car or they'll help you sell it. Carnes Motor Company also has a top-notch service department. Therefore, every vehicle is rigorously inspected and serviced prior to delivery. So you're guaranteed to get a quality pre-owned vehicle every time. If you need a place for service, they've got you covered. Come be a part of the Carnes Motor Company family and tell them you heard about it from me. Online at carnesmotor.com, Oak Ridge Highway, 1 mile past the Carnes light. Carnes Motor Company. Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good. Basilio here reminding you that when you want to sell your extra tickets to the game, you don't want to give your life away online with all your personal information just because you want to sell a few extra tickets. Clark Moore at Select Ticket Service will gladly buy your extra game tickets and your extra parking passes. And the best part? Clarky Boy pays cash. 865-919-1016. 865-919-1016. Clarky Boy pays cash at Select Ticket Service. Clarky Boy pays cash.
I don't have enough time to be fair to anybody. The playbook with William Patterson's up next. I am going to stay here and talk about it.
here at tclub.team. Check out our blog. Again, tclub.team or tonybasilio.com, whichever you may choose. Hey, shout out to that knucklehead from the Arizona Cardinals. That's 2 weeks in a row. A guy is going in the NFL, going in and trying to score a touchdown.
Goodness gracious.
And it happened to Bino's Colts a week before, and they're over there patting the guy on the back after it happened, telling him there's nothing to worry about. Let me tell you something. If I was involved with the organization, there'd be something for him to worry about, because I'd fine those guys $1 million if they did that. Collective bargaining or not. I mean, what's right is right. That stuff at the professional football level has to end. Those are guys that disrespect their sport, disrespect the opportunity they've been given, and just disrespect their teammates. I want to live in a world where guys like that get taken behind the woodshed and whipped up on by their teammates. And I'm being serious here. And on that note, I will turn it over to William Pattison. I love you. We appreciate you. G to the B to the O. And let's go Phillies. In the meantime, peace. Enjoy your Monday.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
You know, you imagine over in the NFL yesterday, them going over and patting that guy on the back. Don't worry about it, Bino.
It's TLD Logistics over.
The coach
wasn't. He was pissed.
Presented by
They were one of the assistants over there patting the guy on the back. Don't worry about it.
TLDlogistics.com.
The head coach came by, walked by him, and was shouting at him, like got in his face.
And now let's
go
to
to
the guys with
Bud
today's
Wilkins,
edition of TLD Logistics
Wilkinson,
Overdrive Overtime.
It was their head coach, whoever had the Gannon guy.
Bud Wilkinson or Jim Hannafin back in the day, they had to punch that guy's lights out, Bino, right there on the sideline. I'm talking about violence.
You know, I despise the guy, but I've seen that enough in the NFL to make me think somebody needs to go Woody Hayes and kick somebody right in their ass.
That's exactly
of course, those
right.
Professional athletes beat the hell out of them, but that's beside the point.
But somebody needs to get embarrassed. If the guy does it yesterday...
How long does it take to learn that lesson? How many times does that have to happen?
I mean, it's just idiotic. It's disrespectful to everybody involved. Were they going to take like a 3-score lead, Brian, with like 5.5 minutes left? Is that
28-6,
or like a 9 minutes left?
Like toward the end of the fourth quarter, like into the third quarter, maybe.
Yeah,
I think.
And you knew when they did that, and when Cam Ward threw that really bad interception, and it ended up being a touchdown for the Titans, that was just the gods of football saying, you know what, you guys really suck. You really blow in Nashville, but you're going to win a game today. And that Callahan guy was over there celebrating, Bino, when they recovered that ball in the end zone like they did something. So great. There was so much about that I just loved.
Callahan should be celebrating is that they drafted a quarterback in the first round.
Yep.
That they want to be as comfortable as he can be in his first year, or he would already be fired. He's a dead man walking. There's no way he's going to be a head coach in the National Football League next year.
Well, his quarterback did have a great line because they're making shirts down there in Nashville that say "We ass" on them.
We ass.
We ass.
I like it.
Hello and welcome.
The Alabama game is 7:30 on ABC.
Wow.
I'm surprised by that. What's the 3:30 game?
The 3:30 game, ABC, Ole Miss, Georgia.
What?
So SEC-wise, Ole Miss at Georgia, 3:30 ABC. Texas, Arkansas, 3:30 ESPN. Let's see, at night, Texas at Kentucky, and then Missouri at Auburn at night, along with Tennessee, Alabama.
Alabama, Vol, 7:30. Georgia and Ole Miss gets the 3:30 window?
Yes.
I don't get that. Bino, are they going to regret that, the networks?
I think you could have gone either way with those games, Tony. Those are both obviously headliner games.
I don't get that. And I'm not going to get a lot of sleep at night. Let's go back to our phones. Hello and welcome in. You are on TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime. Hi.
Happy Monday, boys. It's Parker.
Hey, Park. Welcome in.
Hey, guys. I'm not surprised, Brian, by that decision, 7:30. I mean, Ty Simpson's looking like a Heisman candidate. It's going to be a top 15 matchup. I would be surprised if game day came back to Tuscaloosa. I know Georgia and Ole Miss is the other primetime game. Do y'all know what any other key matchups across the country on that Saturday?
No, but we can look in terms of key matchups. I don't know, but
no, it's not important. You know, I have to.
Yeah, essentially,
I could just
yeah.
see game day going to Tuscaloosa again.
Yeah, we'll see.
But, all right. Well, two things I learned from this weekend.
All right.
One's pretty obvious, and one I think this is probably not been mentioned on the show yet today. The first one, guys, is Virginia is making the college football playoff, and I'm dead serious.
All right. They are charmed. Tell me why you believe that.
One, I think they may have one of the better quarterbacks in the country in Chandler Morris. He's putting up insane numbers, 300, 400 yards passing a game. They've got great transfers and a favorable schedule as well. Their offense is top 5 in the country, I'm pretty sure, top 10. But go look at their schedule, guys. They have a manageable schedule. They could easily go 11-1, and then you play Miami, and then win that game or lose that game, you're sitting at 11-2. I really think the Hoos can do it, guys.
You know, how wild would that be if that Virginia team came out of nowhere and made the damn playoff?
Wow.
How
with Tony Elliott, right?
Tony Elliott.
Do you think that this Virginia team could have given our 23 team a game? Probably could have been in the game.
I don't know, Brian, but they got outgained by a couple hundred yards against Louisville and came up with a couple turnovers in that game, which, you know, when you win a game of opportunity like that Florida State game on a Friday night, because we had a game of opportunity against Georgia, it changes your season. It can change your season. And somebody like you could call a show and say something like what you just said, and I'm not laughing at you.
No, I was just going to say they found. I mean, it's
hey,
Parker,
Parker, real quick to answer your question. That's pretty much a full-blown SEC weekend with 3 matchups between teams that are currently ranked in the top 25. The only other game in the country that day like those is Texas Tech, who's 9, at Arizona State, who's 21.
Yeah, I don't think game day will go there, Bino. I don't. I mean, Texas Tech will probably blow out Arizona State. I think they'd be more likely or more prone to go to Tuscaloosa, especially with Saban, than they would. Did you say in Tempe or in Lubbock, Bino? Where's that game at?
That game is in Tempe.
Yeah, definitely. No, Tony, listen, Virginia team, before I get my second point,
yeah,
they find ways to win, man. They created 2 turnovers or 2 touchdowns on defense.
That's right.
Against Louisville, just like we did against Mississippi State. And that's one of the reasons why I think we could easily make the college football playoff, but that Virginia team's going to definitely make it. My second point is leading up to that Mississippi State game or going back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Our fans need to have a nice dinner tonight and have a side of perspective. That's my second point on how hard it is to win in college football this year and not get upset at small wins or road wins or whatever and just be thankful for what we have because it is super hard to win a college football game right now, especially after watching this weekend. That's my second take. Our fans need some perspective.
Okay. Bino, your thoughts on that?
Well, I think so far we accomplished what we hope we would do, and that's avoid a loss with the road stinker. And so far we've done that. So.
Yeah, that, and it's just, I mean, what you said, Tony, we could easily lose to Arkansas this week.
No question.
Any team in the SEC except for Kentucky, I guess they're just getting ready for basketball over there. But any team can beat any team. I really firmly believe that. I mean, Florida's alive. I going into this weekend, I thought Florida was dead. And maybe it's good because Napier will figure out a way to win 6 or 7 games and keep his job. But I mean, if they play like that, they're going to beat us whenever we go to the Swamp. I'm just being honest with you. So
they would have beaten us Saturday. Yeah, they would have beaten us Saturday. I don't think
that's
there's
what I'm
any
saying
doubt
to their
about
fans. Just be thankful, guys. I mean, what do you want? What's the alternative? Like, Jim Knowles is the best defensive coordinator in the country. He's getting paid millions of dollars. Penn State almost beat Oregon last week, and they go on the road and lose to a winless UCLA team. Anything's possible in this sport. So let's all just calm down. Be thankful for the team we have.
It's really fun, and it's a great thought by you, and I appreciate you, Parker. Thank you. It's a great observation. All college football fans need perspective. And that's probably a cautionary tale moving forward as well, because it's only going to get harder when you add that 9th SEC game, Bino. 9-3 is going to be a really good record before it's over. Which, again, you're used to watching a sport where perfection is perfection. And now you're watching a sport where week in and week out, we're all going to beat on each other.
Yeah, there are going to be fewer and fewer 10-2 seasons in the league, Tony.
And this Tennessee team, Bino, could finish 8-4 before the season's over. If you look at how college football is going right now.
Sure, absolutely.
Could go 11-1. Could go 11-1. But could go 8-4. And listen, I think that makes the sport better. Texas was crowned before the year started. Crowned. And they might not make the playoffs. But, if you're looking at it right now, is Texas making a playoff?
No. Neither is Penn State. And I think most everyone would have had those teams penciled in to make the playoffs.
Neither is Clemson.
Right.
There's no way in hell Penn State beats that Ohio State team. No way.
That would wouldn't be as shocking as, say, them losing to UCLA, though, on the road.
Yes, it
as
would.
A 26-point
When you consider
favorite.
When you consider Big Game James is over there on the sidelines, yes, it would. Hello and welcome into our next call. You are on our TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime. Hi.
Hey, what's up, guys? Joshy.
Congratulations on your win yesterday.
I don't know why you're congratulating me. I wanted them to lose and go 0-17.
You're a Titans fan. It was a big win for you guys, man.
No, I wanted them to lose so we can get a first pick, Tony. I don't know if you get it or not, but I'm not happy about the win yesterday.
Bino, who do you like in the Stink Bowl out there in Vegas? Between them and the Raiders, the Stink Bowl.
I think the Raiders will win.
Thank you, Bino. So, what's the question of the day, Tony?
What are 2 things this weekend you learned about college football?
2 things I learned about college football this week. I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm going to steal the NFL line. Any given Saturday in college football, a team can get beat. You got to bring your A game. You can't look over any opponent, even if they are winless. The second thing that I thought from this week, I think the Virginia Cavaliers are going to make the playoffs. I agree with Parker. Club.
Hey, Bino. The Virginia Cavaliers getting playoff consideration on the show today was not on my Cinco card. How about yours?
No, mine either, Tony. Mine. No way, no how.
Don't sleep on the Cincinnati Bearcats in that regard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, the sport, one thing that might be interesting, I'm going to do it Wednesday, I think, for the blog, is how many teams right now are alive for a playoff spot. How many teams in this league, guys? Let's just start with the SEC. Let's list them. Fan bases that think they're going to make the playoffs or can make the playoffs.
There's at least 10 of them, I would say.
10, yeah, I would say
that's
10.
Wild.
11.
I mean, Texas can still make a playoff. Florida can't, right, guys? Do we agree on that?
Yeah, Florida can't.
After their start? Or can they? If Florida against that impossible schedule, Bino, goes, what do they have, 3 losses?
Yeah,
they're-
they'd have to
they're
run the
2 and
table. I don't
3.
think they're going to run the table.
But if they
I
did,
think they're getting beat. I think they're getting beat Saturday.
But if they did, they could make a playoff, right? I mean, theoretically.
Yeah, if they ran the table, but they'd have to run the table.
That's true. So, guys, I'm not for sure that we are locked to make the playoffs if we go 10-2. You guys agree with that?
Yes, I do agree with that. Yep.
Yeah, because what if coming in the Oklahoma game, we beat them and they end the season like 10-2 or 9-3, and they don't even have a ranked win, Oklahoma? Because
Joshy, I'm going to stick by what I've said from the start. I do not believe a 10-2 SEC team gets left out of the playoffs, so I'm going to stay there.
But my point, Bino, is what if we do not have a ranked win to end the season? What if that is the case?
I'll go right back, Josh. I'm not changing from. I don't believe you'll see a 10-2 SEC team. I don't care who they are, miss the playoffs.
I think anything can happen this year. We talked about.
So you think 5 or 4 SEC teams will get in if they're all 10-2 at the end of the season?
I think you got to watch that Big 12 and a bid stealer.
Yes.
I think you got to watch Virginia as being a bid stealer, like you guys were just talking about.
Yep.
The Big 12, if that becomes a 2-bid league, I mean, there's only so many spots to go around now.
Yeah. Tony, I'm sorry
You got
about
the group
your
of 5
boy,
team there too, so that's one spot gone.
What are you sorry about, Josh?
Yeah, it's true, Briney. Yeah, Tony, I'm sorry about your boy the other night costing your Phillies, the cash stealer, grounding into that double play.
No, it wasn't him. It was our manager is a complete.
Yeah, bringing in Strom.
No, it wasn't Strom. He should have brought Strom in to start the inning. He brought Strom in a spot and made him get with 2 men on and nobody out when he should have started him in a clean inning. He brought that Robertson guy in who washed out from Bino's Yankees like 5 years ago. 5 years? I mean, he's 40 years old. He got out of that last inning. And then you're going to then the guy's got all that energy and all that juice. What is he, 25? You're going to go out and let him start the next inning? That's the most idiotic managing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's idiotic. The topper sucks. And let me tell you something. If they get eliminated because of that, they need to fire his ass. I'm sick of looking at him.
You don't like him?
I'm tired of looking at him. I want to win in the postseason, man. The Phillies spend. The Phillies are a top 5. We're not like your Braves. I don't want to just have a runaround car and go win 14 divisions and 1 World Series like you guys did.
Yeah,
I want to win, man.
I think your Phil's bounced back today. I'm on them today.
Oh, God. That's really heartening for me, Bino. He's on.
So, I think your boy Luzardo, I think he pitches pretty good today.
Up against Blake Snell, man. Dodgers are loaded. But they have no bullpen. That Glasnow guy almost came apart the other day. Dodgers are very thin in the bullpen, but who knows?
And what happened, Tony? Saturday night, people were hating on the Dodgers bullpen, and they looked really good to close the game.
Yeah, they look pretty shaky to me. But their closer was really good when they brought him in the 9th. It was boom, boom, boom. The Phillies have a problem, Bino. They bunch all their runs in an inning. In the playoffs, that's been their thing, and they're 2-10 in their last 12 postseason games. Bino, that's not a good thing to say about your team. 2-12 in your last 12, or 2-10 in your last 12. Bino.
No, it is not.
I mean, that's some bring back Bobby Cox stuff right there.
Let me throw another monkey wrench in this playoff deal.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe there's a chance a 12-0 Virginia team could lose in the ACC championship game and not make the playoffs.
Let's go.
Based on their 12. Look at their schedule.
All right.
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina, at NC State, William and Mary, Stanford, Florida State, at Louisville, Washington State, at North Carolina, at Cal, Wake, at Duke, and Virginia Tech. Other than at Duke, where's their win?
Yeah,
they could say Florida State when Florida State was unbeaten, but
their ACC schedule is just easy.
It's awful.
Yeah.
That may be the worst major college schedule I've ever seen.
But you got to give
guys,
perspective though, Bino, because they coming into the year, Joshy boy, what do you think their win-loss total was coming into the year?
They're having a great year. I'm not taking anything away from them.
Guys, their win total was 6.5 coming in the season for Virginia.
Wow, Tony Elliott's getting it done, man.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, if Josh is worried about a 2-loss Tennessee team schedule, look at that schedule and tell me they're going to look at that schedule and say, well, they should get in front of Tennessee if they finish 10-2.
And you guys know that the loss they suffered against NC State, that was not a conference loss. Because I forget the situation.
Yep.
But
no, you're right, Josh.
They do that in that league.
Oh, go ahead, Bino.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Guys, out the door, I was really happy for Nico and UCLA not win against Penn State, because that was the only time I'm going to be for Nico and UCLA this season. And you guys think, after the game, do you think James Franklin told the Penn State players to hit the shower? See ya.
865-200-5402.
You know, I was thinking about our game.
He probably told them they didn't need a shower.
Was thinking about our game time with Alabama. This is the first night game the Vols have played this year. It took 7 games, but we finally got one for them. So I think that may have had something to do with it.
Does that make the game harder down there, guys? A night game down there?
It was going to be hard anyway. 3:30, 7:30. You knew it wasn't going to be at noon. So I think it's going to be hard anyway.
I don't think there's any easier time to play Alabama at Alabama, Tony. I don't think the clock matters.
Bino, you brought up something about Ty Simpson I hadn't considered, which is it's very good for the sport for him to have success. Because other coaches are going to try and sell their guys. Hey, if you sit here. I mean, really, coaches in the sport want that kid to go on and win the Heisman Trophy. They can point to him. Of course, he's a coach's son. He's a coach's son, you know.
It's just so odd these days, Tony. And I'm not saying a kid should sit there and not play for 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure he made the right decision, but I'm happy to see, since he decided to stick it out, I'm happy for him he's having success.
Back to our bitty phones we go. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Numero uno, nada numero dos. I really appreciated that earlier, Tony. Bobby, hope you guys are doing well.
Welcome in, brother.
I'm going to be brief, which is not normal for me. My 2 things are that there are a lot of fraudulent teams. I know we say, okay, everybody has flaws, but I think there are a lot of fraudulent teams, like a lot. And I'm not sure there's an elite team, but there's a lot of fraudulent. Texas is a fraud.
What do you think, Bino? Frauds. What do you think, Bino?
I think that's too strong, Roberto. I agree with you. I don't think there are any great teams out there, but I just because there aren't any great teams don't mean there's a bunch out there that are frauds, to me.
I mean, Penn State's a fraud. They lost to the worst P4 team I've ever seen.
Penn State's an absolute fraud.
Sorry?
No, Penn State's an absolute fraud.
Fraud.
Yes.
Clemson has proven themselves a fraud this year. There's a lot of schedule merchants out there. I mean, Virginia's one of them. And so is Georgia Tech, by the way. Georgia Tech has 1 team worth of crap on their schedule, and it's their last one against Georgia. That will be interesting to test Bino's theory, by the way, would be, will a 12-0 Virginia team get in over an 11-1 Georgia Tech team who has a loss to Georgia? Which one of those teams is going to play in the ACC championship is the next question. Because it ain't Florida State. Who's going to lose to Miami down wherever they play?
Let's say somebody goes 11-0 and loses competitively to Miami in the championship game. You think that team would get consideration?
Why, listen.
Of course they would have to, right?
I don't know. Bino says
I don't think the ACC. They're so bad. I don't think they get 2 teams, Tony. I really don't. they're bad. The ACC's bad. But fraudulent teams, I mean, there's a lot of them. Are we sure Texas A&M's any good?
I'm not.
I mean, everybody was pissing and moaning in the Tennessee fan base. Oh, they beat the hell out of them. Did they watch the game?
No.
Did those people actually? Because Texas A&M was awful.
They were
awful for 3 quarters.
They didn't even try in the game, which is crazy.
They did their blackout. They did all that stuff.
Yeah, they were bored.
And they come out like that?
Yeah, they were bored in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. And the Georgia thing, Tony, I would submit to your council of elders here that Tennessee just gave everybody the way to beat Georgia. And Tennessee just couldn't do it themselves. I would submit that. And the second thing I learned this weekend is that if Tennessee goes 10-2, no matter who the two are, I do believe they're going to make the playoffs. And I'm starting to believe the way they keep stacking SEC schools in the top 12, I think there's 8 or 7. Forgive my ignorance there. But in the top 20, there's 9. The way they're stacking SEC schools, they are absolutely making it where the committee has to take at least 6. I know that sounds crazy. I know that's half the field. But it's just clear how good the SEC is top to bottom compared to everyone else.
Boy, Columbus isn't going to like that take. Columbus is going to hate your
I like
take.
Mark, but I don't care about his take. He's a takesman. That's his job. That's his role, and that's okay.
That's his role. That's
I mean, wasn't Penn State 2 weeks ago supposed to grind everybody into dust except for Ohio State?
Mark last
Isn't
week,
that what he said?
No, he declared Penn State one of the elite teams in college football. Them, Oregon, and Ohio State.
And I'll give him Ohio State. I think they are the best team.
And he picked.
But I'm not going to give him Oregon right now, Tony. That was a nice win in Beaver Stadium for them. But I'm not sure Penn State's any good.
And I appreciate the call. The thing is, we just don't know. But any of this stuff, which is so great. We are 6 weeks into the season, and I'm still not sure who can play and who can't. And I think that's a great thing, by the way. I don't hate it. We're 6 weeks into the deal. I don't know who can play, who can't. And I'm not so sure I don't love it all. And love it live. And that's why it's fun to play the ponies from week to week. Bino, how did you do playing the ponies over the weekend? Then we go to the phones.
I did my usual, Tony. I'll roll in there and lose $60 to $100 a day, and just be happy as a clam. I'm the perfect sports book guy.
Did you bet on the Yankees?
No, I did not. I almost never bet baseball, Tony. Every once in a while, I'll bet a future on win totals, but other than that, I don't bet baseball.
That's like C says to me. He said he doesn't bet on like teams he likes. He doesn't mix business with pleasure. He says.
I've just never needed to bet baseball.
Yep.
It doesn't add any interest to me the way it does.
Yeah.
In other college football games, other college basketball games, or the NFL.
You got a game in the NFL tonight. You got the Phillies and Dodgers. What else is going on today? The other National League games, right?
The Cubs, the Brewers are tonight. Yeah, the National League plays 2 tonight.
The Schlubbies and the Brewers. Who do you like in that
game,
one, Brian?
9:08 start there.
Is that game 2 in their series?
Yeah. Yep.
The Brewers ripped them apart, limb from limb. Who do you like in that, Brian?
I want to go with the Cubs and Phillies to even their series up.
Your VIP play welcome bonus is waiting for you. You bet $20. Right now you receive $100 in free bets, bonus bets, instantly. Promo code and the phrase that pays is TN Tony. Remember, 200 leagues, live always, stuff all around the globe, always going on, numerous bet types, props, options, they've got you. I'll have a special play for the Tennessee game. I'm leaning toward the first half over. 69 points, Bino, is the total. Why do I think that's going to go over, Bino? That's a lot of points in a college football game, Bean. 69.
Yeah, that is a ton of points. The Mississippi State game wasn't quite as high scoring as I thought that it was going to be, especially in regulation. Maybe Arkansas is the same way, but they've got a quarterback with the ability to make plays, and we've given up a lot of big plays, and we can certainly score ourselves, and will against them.
Gambling problem, 800-889-9789. 21 and over, located in the state of Tennessee to place a bet. VIP play. Bino, if they allowed prop bets on these kids, right? What would you set the number for Brazil on Saturday? What would his number be? Yards.
90 plus.
How about you, Brian? What would you set Brazel's number?
I'd go 135. He'll make one really big play, and that'll pump his yards over.
I agree.
I'd like 130. I say 130.
Yeah, I would put the number.
Ooh, boy, that's a big number.
I put the number in the 120s for him.
I believe I'd play your all's line under.
Interesting.
And hope for over.
I believe he'd get the over in first half. You got to really appreciate how horrendous that Arkansas defense is. And Joshy boy, shame on you, man. When you lose the capacity to find joy, when your team comes from off the mat to defeat Arizona and shows a lot of guts and intestinal fortitude and a lot of luck and some really dumb shit football from both teams. Bino, when that Cam Ward guy threw that ball right to that corner and there's nobody in the area, just airmail to throw, okay? And that results in a Titan touchdown. What other result can you draw other than these are two totally losing, wretched franchises?
No, I mean, generally when you make an interception that should seal the game and it turns into like grease pig contest at the county fair, that ain't good.
How about tell the living listener what they missed, because I didn't see this. The little midget quarterback, and you talk about a sawed-off, unlikable midget. The kid that plays for Arizona. He is such an unlikable little guy. I just can't take them seriously. He looks like Tattoo from Fantasy Island running around out there.
Yeah, well, something may happen that I didn't see. But he looked down, and they snapped the ball when he wasn't expecting it. He looked up, and he hit him right in the face mask. And next thing I know, they had him in the tent over there. I get a concussion.
That's a dumb. The poor Titans and Cardinals might have played the dumbest game in the history of the NFL yesterday. Hello and welcome in. You're on TLD Logistics Overdry Overtime.
Hey, guys, Dave.
Hey, Dave, welcome in, man.
Hey, Tony, earlier in the program you said that Arkansas can come in here and win.
Sure.
So if they do that, will you then admit that if our head coach loses to Arkansas this weekend, that he's definitely not going to survive here?
No, Dave, I don't make every game a referendum on our head coach. I think my statement is, well, wait, Dave. The statement is born from perspective that it's a crazy year in a crazy sport. It's not a referendum on Josh Heupel.
I could care less about that. If Arkansas
would come
in and win at Neyland Stadium,
you could care less about perspective. In other words, right?
There is absolutely zero chance that Josh Heupel's here in 2028. Zero.
Say it again,
Sorry.
Dave. That's the second time now you've said this into a microphone about a game this year. Go ahead. Are we going to do this all year? Are we going to do this for three? Or is this the last one?
I'm just telling you, if he allows that bunch to come in here with neck brace Petrino to come in here and beat Tennessee in Neyland Stadium Saturday afternoon, then we've got serious issues with this program.
Bino, are you Ford Negative right now or against him? I want the absolute truth out of you.
No, I'm against Dave on this one as well. I think if Arkansas comes in here and beats Tennessee, it proves that Josh Heupel is not Nick Saban, which I don't think he is anyway. I don't think anybody else in the game today is either. So I don't think that means he's not going to make it here. It might mean he's not a great football coach, which I don't think he is anyway.
Dave, I love you. What about some perspective, man?
I've got no perspective when it comes to Arkansas, Tony.
No,
Arkansas. First of all, they're not going to come in here and win.
You should have just stopped with "I've got no perspective." Dave, come on, man. The game's crazy right now. It's not a referendum on your head coach if you lose a game like this. Come on, man.
The two teams that pulled these unbelievable upsets over the weekend,
yes,
were both playing at home, and we all know that Florida has almost as good as talent as Texas, and we know that Penn State, Franklin has always been whatever he is. Traveled all the way across the country after losing double overtime game.
Good point.
That game's a bigger surprise. That game's a bigger surprise to me than the Florida game.
Well, the Florida game to me, Dave, watching Texas all year, you could see that coming from a mile away that they were going to put
exactly.
that Manning kid. Bino, I haven't asked you this because I'm not trying to be funny, but the Manning kid, you watched him Saturday, Bino. What's he look like to you? If his name wasn't Manning, what's he look like to you? I'm being serious now.
Well, he's obviously nowhere close to what he was supposed to be coming out of high school, Tony. He's nowhere close.
Is he their is he their quarterback next year, guys? Do you think he's their quarterback, or do they run him off?
I do.
What do you think, Bino?
You think he is, Dave?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's their quarterback next year.
I think he probably is too. I don't think he's what they hoped that they would get. I don't know if he'll ever be what they hoped they would get. Right now, he's not close.
I actually think that Texas is really young, and they're very young on each line of scrimmage, and I think they're 1 year away from competing.
I think that's good perspective on them because
I do think, Dave, I think they've got more problems than Manning.
So, Dave, how can you have perspective on Texas, but you can't have it for the Vols? And I love you, but you're an intelligent sports fan, and then you turn into like a raving takesman when it comes to the Vols, man.
Because they played on the road at Florida, and if Arkansas, it's just night and day difference, Tony. If Heupel were to lose this game. Now I'll go back I went back to the Mississippi State game and watched a lot of that. If Tennessee doesn't turn the ball over 3 times inside their own 25-yard line,
yes,
or set Mississippi State up inside the 25-yard line with 3 turnovers, that game's probably at least a 2-score game or better. So I'll go back and I have perspective on that.
Thank you.
But this Arkansas bunch, that defense is Swiss cheese.
Hey, Dave, let me ask you something. What do you really think about Heupel? Do you think he's a long-term guy here?
Well, I did it at one time. I really thought we had an advantage on the sideline. In 2022, when then they had the South Carolina, but I still thought that we looked like we had a plan. We looked like a much better coach team that we've seen since Fulmer. I thought that he was at one time after the 22 season, and I just thought that he was maybe not Steve Spurrier, but he's going to be the way he scored late against Missouri. I thought he was going to be this offensive genius, And I thought, and he really was trying to go out here, and they were recruiting really good defensive players. I thought he got it. I thought this guy was, yes, a long term. This guy, I love him, but I'm telling you, when what I saw in that Georgia game, and then when I saw the end of the regulation against Mississippi State, concerns me to the nth degree with this guy. It really does.
Dave, thank you. I'm looking forward to your takesman ways, moving us right into basketball season where he becomes a supreme takesman. Bina.
Yeah, Tony, I'm trying to do some self-assessment here. It's late, obviously late in my life to be doing this, but I'm beginning to understand a little bit why I find myself on the opposite side of so many people when it comes to coaches. And I've decided that I am a coach defender, that they have to prove to me that they can't, not that they can.
How about this?
And I think the people that I find myself at odds with feel the other way. The coach has to prove to them that he can. And to this point, Josh Heupel hasn't come close to proving to me that he can't. Like,
hey, what's going on, Tony? Who's your ball, Ryan?
Hey, who's your ball, Ryan? Welcome in, brother.
Yeah. My two things is one, Arch Manning's not very good. I know you guys have probably seen this movie. One of my favorite sports movies of all time is Moneyball with Brad Pitt, and the scene where the scouts are sitting around talking about he's got the great body, he, confidence and hits good, and all we need to do is get him X amount of bats. And Brad Pitt interrupts. He says, "He's such a great hitter. Why didn't he hit good?" And that's what I kind of started saying when I watched Arch Manning play about week 2 or 3. If he's such a great quarterback, why doesn't he quarterback well? And I just don't think that young man's very good.
I don't disagree, Dave. I kind of feel sorry for him because of the weight of his to him above and beyond just the pressure of the game.
Yeah.
I'd like his endorsements. I'd like his endorsements, personally.
Yeah.
You could feel sorry for me.
Come on, Tony. Come on.
What do you mean, come on? He's like 5
commercials.
commercials.
You can at least feel for the kid a little bit. I know you hate that. I mean, not hate. I know you don't like that crew, but you can at least feel for this kid. He can't play. He's got that huge name that he's carrying around. That has to be a tough spot for me, regardless of how many endorsements he's getting or what kind of money he gets out of it.
My next point, y'all, was going to be about money. Now, to be fair, I have not watched one of these teams play, but I can tell they're, based on everyone's comment, that they could be the wild card. Money just talks in this era.
Yep.
Even though, you still have to have the meat and potatoes, good culture, good program, good foundational recruitment, and a quarterback. Texas Tech, Miami, and Ohio State. I think when this shakes out, I think Miami and Ohio State might be the two best teams everyone's thinking about. And the wild card in this whole deal might be Texas Tech. And what do all three of those schools have in common, unfortunately?
Miami, Texas Tech, and who was the third one? Ohio State.
The Buckeyes, yeah. That they went all in big time all in.
But you know what's funny? So did Texas.
So did Penn State.
And so did Penn
I
State.
guess I'm undercutting my own argument. As we
No. I just think it's indicative of I'm going to put this under your heading for tomorrow in the blogs. I'm making blog headings, and we're going to expound on some of these. Money talks, but it doesn't. is what we're going to put that under.
Didn't Florida State kind of go all in? Florida State kind of went all in, did
Florida State's no. Florida State doesn't have the money that those other schools have.
Does Miami, out of ignorance, does Miami have a huge payroll?
Oh, they've gone crazy. Yeah. So the safety they bought from Tennessee called the Vols and said, the agent said, hey, he really doesn't want to leave. He loves it here. The Thomas kid, he loves it here. And
he didn't love it that much.
Well, no. But basically,
Not sure I blame him.
Miami doubled what he's making. And
Yeah,
Tennessee said there's
yeah.
there's no way we're paying him that because Miami's not paying him that. And sure enough, Miami was paying him that.
Yeah, wild. Negative, poor Negative. Here's my one thing I'd tell Negative. I love his passion. I really do because we all got a little Negative in him, but Negative, bud. If every game is a referendum, the wins have to be joyous, right?
I would think so.
It can't all be, oh my God, if we lose to Archie, the world is over. But if we beat Archie, so what, man? That's no way to fan. But I'm not telling you what to do. But that would just be exhausting.
Yeah.
Out the door, IU's going to beat Penn State this year. That's my one for free that I know.
How about that? How about if Franklin throws up a big 8-4 stinker, Bino? I wonder if they'll run him out of there. Because I would run him out of there if I were them. I'm spending all that money on that sport. And the thing is, these teams now have the money. They have silly money to just pay these guys to go away. I like how they always tell you they don't have the money. And my favorite thing is when you watch the ads for like the Big Ten Network or the SEC Network, and they're talking about how you're funding scholarships. Nobody believes that bullshit, that my money's funding scholarships. Nobody. Ryan, you think anybody believes it that's watching these games on television, that we're funding scholarships like it's 40 years ago with our contributions?
Nobody that, I don't know. Everyone
has
got
a brain?
Pollyannish to them, but nobody that is thinking critically, I would say.
Thank you. Bino, do you not love that? How they say your contributions are making it possible for these kids to go to school? Huh? Let's go back to the phones. And Bino, that was an interesting thing you said about you and coaches, because you are like a Heupel's cut man.
Oh yeah, I'm a coach defender, period. And a guy I really like, which is Heupel, I'm probably overly protective of him, but I am a coach defender. There's no question about that. And until they prove I should not be defending.
And I really love that Topper guy. It was hard for me to rip him 7 minutes ago. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony, it's Sergio.
Hey, Serge. Welcome in, buddy.
Hey, thanks for the time. Hey, listen, I hate to pile on, your loved ones in the greater Western Pennsylvania area, but
Eastern Pennsylvania.
Eastern Pennsylvania. Yes, my bad. I got my geography backwards.
You all right?
But it wasn't like UCLA played a spectacular, flawlessly executed game Saturday. That's how epic Franklin's choke job was, and in comparison, it made the Arizona Cardinals second half yesterday look courageous. That's how bad.
The Arizona Cardinals got that game home. They are a total winning organization coached by a winning quarterback who, Bino, I didn't see the play, tells me got hit in the face with with an errant snap and had to go into the tent. I mean, that's not even the dumbest play that happened in the game. No, was it their guy running into the end zone to take a 3-score lead to ice the game heading into the fourth quarter, or was it their guy intercepting a ball, crashing to the ground, and then it ending up in the Titans' touchdown? Where do we begin? And then Penn State was down 3 scores. They're feverishly coming back because you knew they would, because they're better than that team. That team has zero defense, that UCLA team. One of Penn State's touchdowns, Bino, was scored with a wide receiver. There was nobody in the picture in the left corner of the end zone. Like, Nobody there. Okay, so that's definitely a thing, Sergio. Then they block a kick to make it 6. They let Nico run down the field like he's Michael Vick, circa 1999, Sergio.
It was as if Nico had a backyard full of cousins and dogs.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Cousins and dogs. Good. That's a good line.
Yeah, I thought you might like that. But my second observation is not really a sports take. I want to lift up in this culture of caller-on-caller violence, which I'm a fan of.
Yes.
I'm all for it.
Yes,
I'm for it, not against it.
Yes.
But I do want to, shed some positivity, because today, if you really weren't paying attention, you missed out on one of the greatest things ever proclaimed on the airwaves, on your airwaves, which was Florida shouting out his 10-year-old youth football playing son as Megatron. We haven't heard anything that spectacular since Stephen Lexington regaled us with the story of him getting baked trying to crawl through his neighbor's doggy door.
Which
That's
did
some
happen.
Hall of Fame stuff.
That did happen. Sergio, you've been with me a long time. When Steve from Lexington talked about how he smoked a J-bone, his neighbor had a doggy door. He knew there was some more pot in there, so he himself climbed through the guy's doggy door, and then he said, I ate his chips. He said, I didn't feel bad about smoking the last of his pot, but I felt really bad about eating his chips. And then Bino dropped on him the story about Gary Rankin. When we were doing a remote at C&D Tire, Bino, and what did Gary Rankin do? This is great.
He ate every pretzel in my bag while he was telling me, an Oak Ridge fan, that I would have really liked that scrimmage that they had against Oak Ridge because we kicked their ass. That's what he told me.
Well, he ate the man's pretzels and got up, and there literally was like 2 crumbs in there and a bunch of salt for little Bino to stick his finger in there, lick his finger first, and stick his finger in the bottom of the bag to get some salt
Did
out
he
of
even
there.
thank you for the pretzels?
No! Completely insufferable.
Do you know that Gary Rankin kind of reminds me of Roll Tide Willie? He looks like him a little bit.
Thank you, Bri, for sharing. Then there was a time Gary Rankin caught strays at the end of our 3rd hour in early October of 2025.
Yeah, exactly. Hall of Fame coaches, Hall of Fame callers.
Sergio missed the greatest part, I think, of Florida's call.
Thank you, Sergi.
Yeah.
I think Serge may have missed the greatest part of Florida's call.
What was that?
And that was talking about Loudon's 11 and under team ducking their team.
No, they're 10 and under team. There you go.
Yeah, 10 and under. Loudon's 11 and under team ducked them.
I was like,
talking about that Ohio State game last year, I was in there just like you guys were. Didn't expect to win, but I think it would have been a lot different if Joey football would have been in the backfield. But anyway, they'll probably would have lost anyway, but it would have been a closer game. But anyway, looking at Nico, guys, what he did Saturday tells you a little bit about the coaching that they had before compared to this guy that took over calling the plays as well. That shows me a little bit, probably they simplified the play calling. Made it a lot easier like high school, in my opinion. I might be wrong.
No, I think that's exactly what they did. That's what Neuheisel said after the game. I mean, it took me two days to put the thing together, which connotes, it took me 2 days, and we went out there, and this guy's got all these exotic schemes that he runs because he's Jim Knowles and I'm not. And we basically, you know what it reminds me of? The time Tennessee lost to Kentucky, and that kid that hadn't played quarterback.
Yeah, they used a wide receiver quarterback.
Used a wide receiver quarterback, and the guy said after the game, was it Randy Sanders? It was Randy Sanders. He said we ran 4 plays. That's all he knew. We just ran 4.
What was his name? Matt Rourke?
Is that right? Wow, Brian.
I think his name was Matt Rourke, wasn't it?
Wow, Bri. That's if that is his name, Brian, you need help.
And going back a few weeks ago, Arkansas only lost by 6 to Ole Miss, and they scored 35 points against Lane Kiffin's team.
Yes.
So we got to be really on the going out and try and stomp these guys and never let up in that game, because it could be a bad turn. You know what I'm saying?
Greg, there's no doubt that the lesson of UCLA is everybody is on guard now for that to happen to them. Everybody. Yeah. And granted, it was a spot. I mean, Penn State, one thing that we know is that intercoastal or intercontinental travel that they're doing across North America, it's not working out well for these teams. Now, Ohio State went to Washington week before last and hammered them, but pretty much everybody else, guys, it's been a real struggle.
And the other thing, Greg, I believe is, and I know kids have short memories today, but I would hope that the lingering memory of what happened last year will be a motivator for Tennessee as well.
Yep.
Yeah, you and me both. I think you're right. That would be a big step too. But talking about, as we get out of here, talking about a 10-2 team in the SEC, I think they would make the playoffs.
Yes.
But let me say, guys, this past weekend proves to all college football fans, no matter who you play, you need to win every game, because you go somewhere like a 7th place team going to an 0-something team and getting stomped. In my opinion, it got close at the end, but it was a stomp that shocked everybody. I mean, Twitter went crazy when that game was underway.
Yep.
So you just got to go out and win the games. Let it all fold where it folds.
Greg, thank you. Incredible call. I didn't mean to call you Lex. I had Lexington on my brain. I don't know what I had on my brain today. Some of the things came out of my mouth in that third hour, Bino. Your thoughts on that?
I was thinking when we were ripping middle school coaches that Laura's probably upstairs saying, "Get off the air."
Bino, you got to see this email this guy sent me. This guy knows who he is. He deserves to get ripped. It's a complete brain surgeon. And then we had our guy call in today, Florida, who I love, squawking about some 10 versus 11 game, Bino. And I love Florida. But who besides Florida cared about that, Bino?
And not number 10 versus number 11.
No.
10 years old versus 11-year-old.
And a 10-year-old named what, Bino?
Megatron.
TLD Logistics. They're online at tldlogistics.com. For all your shipping needs, they've got you covered. And if you're in the business and you're looking for a change, they want to talk to you at TLD Logistics. They're hunting drivers. Bino and Brian, any final thoughts? Bino, you going to be with us at Calhoun's on Friday? Because I'm going to try to get Dale
Absolutely.
I'm going to try to get Dale Jones down there. They've got a special event they're going to be doing. They're gathering with their team in downtown Knoxville, but hopefully we can get them there right at 11 when the show begins.
That would be fantastic.
I've invited Tony Valls to come down too, so we'll see what happens.
Al Wilson and Dale Jones in the same year?
I mean,
in the same place.
Come on, man. It's a place to be. It's a place to be.
If you're drafting defenses, there you go. There's your first 2 picks.
Boys, I love you guys.
See you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Hey, Bino, would you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
In light of the 85 team this week, I meant to ask you to do this. I wasn't here for the 85 team. I got here a couple years later. But there was such a hue around them, such a specter, a weight around them, that the great Kevin Kelsey took me under wing and told me all about that season like an oral history when I was a freshman at UT in it was fall of '87, so I just missed it. That first quarter of '87. Back then we were on quarter system. Could you write a little something about why that team is so beloved and regaled? Because Thrody today wrote that it's a shame that they're doing this they did that Champions Plaza thing and stepped all over their celebration of this 85 team as if they're not worthy of such a lofty thing, and they've turned something into something that should be very joyful into like something that these people are angry about behind the scenes, which they are. I mean, I'm not here to start anything, but I deal in the truth. It's a very silly, unforced error by Tennessee's administration. Can you write something as to why those guys, like you were here then, I wasn't, like what that year meant, and can you kind of think about that?
I will.
I will. Thank you, babe.
Okay, Tom.
Love you, bro. Thanks.
See ya.
The great Bino Jeff Henderson. Matt Dixon will be here tomorrow. John Adams will be here tomorrow. We got so much to talk about. It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy land. It's utterly crazy. Love you, appreciate you, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go Phils, go. Take Bino. Love you. Shout out to Bino's Yankees as well. You know it? Whoa, there I am there. All right, let's run today's show back. If you missed any of it, we'll ever get you back. Let's see here. How do I do this? Oh, man. I feel a nap incoming. I feel a nap incoming.